Oh, well, everybody know who I want next. I want Terence Crawford next.
You're going to make that happen?
Huh?
You're going to make that happen?
Oh, definitely. That's the fight that I want. That's the fight everybody else want. Like I said, I'm going to get these straps and I'm going to go over there and take his shit too.
All right. Errol, congratulations. Terrific fight this evening.
Thank you, man. Now, strap season, I know what time it is, baby. Terence, I'm coming for that motherfucking belt.
All right.
I'm not catching fades anymore. Gotta keep my hands clean when they come for the ball. Keep it smooth like a dawn, making moves in the dark. Cause I learned how to swim in the pool full of sharks. Now they coaches, cause they can't read all his motions. How the kid never switch codes, but he code switch focus. Staring down your team with a frozen, ice cold look that could end the summer solstice. Cause I'm more like the top dog. Keep on running game and the gang will accost y'all. I be calling plays from a plane while I'm off court. But we ain't the same, you a lame, I'm a mob star. Actually, I'm a top dog on a stat sheet. Off court, but I call plays for the athlete. Laughing when the cop cars try to catch me. Cause I rolled off in a taxi. Put my feet up, I'm relaxing. Singing Figaro with no accent. While I pour strings from the streets in. Do it all with a straight face, I'm the kingpin. Top dog, top flow, boss mode. I'm the kingpin. Showstopper, top dog, Godfather. I'm the kingpin. They know I'm a dog and a beast, man. Yeah, I keep the peace with a peace, man. I ain't got no time for appeasement. Why would I respond to a pawn? I'm the... Hold up.
If I let my dogs off the leash, then you might want to get out of Dodge by the evening. Honestly, think it's not the blood and the beef. If they don't leave anything behind at the evening.
I can see you soft, ever thought about retreating. If you never have, then they'll give you a reason. Better watch your tone, lose your bass when you speaking. Underneath the mask is the wrath of a beast. When you learn how to smile in their face, then go cutthroat. Then they wanna call you a con when the blood cold. I remember starving while y'all had a truckload. Now I'm with the mob with the call and the gusto. I'm a top dog on a stat sheet. Off court, but I call plays for the athlete. Laughing when the cop cars try to catch me. Cause I rolled off in a taxi. Put my feet up, I'm relaxing. Singing Figaro with no accent. While I pour strings from the streets in. Do it all with a straight face, I'm the kingpin. Top dog, top flow, boss mode. I'm the kingpin. Showstopper, top dog, Godfather. I'm the kingpin.
What's going on, boxing heads? What's going on, my brothers out there? What's happening, man? We are going to just kick it today. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's just so much going on, bro. It's a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? The world is changing. You know what I'm saying? I'm an old head, bro. And, you know, I've just watched things change so much, you know what I'm saying, in boxing. You know what I'm saying? People are going for a lot more nowadays. You know what I'm saying? We don't expect, you know what I'm saying, the same things we expected from, like, you know, our stars in the past. And I just see, you know, I'm just trying to ask myself, it's like, what kind of fans that we have today? Is it the boxing fans that's changing? We're accepting a lot more, you know what I'm saying, fuckery from, you know what I'm saying, the sanctioning bodies, anything they say, you know what I'm saying, we just roll with it. And I'm just like, you know, I don't know, it's just creating this weird circular argument, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't like make no progress or you can't really have good boxing discussions without motherfuckers capping all the time. So to me, it's like, what's the point? You know what I'm saying? You used to have good conversations, boxing conversations, you know what I'm saying, about who's the best, and you can state your case and the other person could state their case, but it wouldn't be no cap involved, you know what I'm saying? Maybe a little bit, but it wouldn't be to the point of delusions that we see today. Now motherfuckers just come in dishonest with the shit. You know what I'm saying? Even if they don't even believe that the fighter can win, motherfuckers coming just to argue some bullshit. But let me holler at my people first before I start getting into any kind of dumb shit. Let me see, Alex Shear Jones, what's going on, my brother? What's going on, Brandon House from Detroit? You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. He says, Strap season, baby. You already know what's going on, Calvin. You know what I'm saying? Let me. Okay, I got the link drop if you want to come up, Cav. What's going on, Greeks with Fire? What's going on, my brother? And Jeff R. What's going on, bro? Okay, back up in the building. Didn't I reach you up? And I make sure. Sometimes I don't have my phone on the shit, so I can't see. You can. It's weird. You can only see it on the phone, but you can't see it from your computer. Let's see. Make sure everybody wrenched up. It should be wrenched up. You can't see it from. Let me see. Turn that volume down. Yeah, okay, wrenched up. So what's going on deeper with rap? Let's go ahead and wrench you up. Let's see. Nama Power Peace fam. What's going on? You know what I'm saying? Let me Grease with Fire in the building. You got deeper than real raps. What's going on, bro? And Lou Earl Grassroots. Let's see. Inside the square circle with King Judah. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to my brother right there who's always on point, who's always passionate about the sport. You know what I'm saying? So, and Mr. AMG, what's going on, my brother? And Igmac, how you say that? Igmac magnetic underscore sun and magnetic underscore sun. Is that peace and power, fam? That's what's up. So, what's kind of like, I'm thinking about like deep shit now, you know what I'm saying? Cause like I'm like you go back and forth with motherfuckers about boxing. Now you want to talk to, everybody who love boxing, but everybody who talk about boxing don't love boxing. You just got motherfuckers out here who love to argue. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not interested in having conversations with people who just like to argue. Now I'm not saying like, boxing heads don't like to argue, but we like to argue on substance. We like to argue about boxing, what's really, might happen because the person you argue with, you learning from. You see what I'm saying? It's not that you know everything. It's that the person you're talking about, if they know they boxing, you may learn something from that person you argue with. But with these niggas today, you know what I'm saying? You just got toxic niggas that don't even like boxing. Just be all up in the shit and just be talking shit and not knowing. Just be up in this bitch like weirdos, you know what I'm saying, that don't even like the sport, bro. And you could just, you could talk to them for like, less than a minute and know that they don't know what the hell they talking about, right? So, we just see so many people going back and forth, you know what I'm saying? Whether you're talking about Tank, Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, you know what I'm saying? They just, niggas that research a little bit and just start talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're a real fan of boxing, you want to see all these guys mix it up. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. You know what I'm saying? For me, what I'm saying, I'm more attached to the welterweight shit, between Errol Spence Jr. and I like the fighters that's trying to move boxing forward. If you're a fighter who's trying to fight everybody, right? Then I'm more likely, what I'm saying, we in the same camp. You know what I'm saying? I like those kind of fighters that's always wanting to smoke. And that's it. You know what I'm saying? But people try to make it out to be everything but what it is. And I'm just tired of that shit, bro. I'm just tired of motherfuckers coming here bringing their own personal biases, what I'm saying, to our platforms, and they don't know what the hell they talking about. You know what I'm saying? And so I said, let me just come on. We're just gonna have a day where we just come on and kick it about everything, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you familiar with pool kind of boxing, we do this sometimes. Well, we just talk about every goddamn thing that's going on around boxing, in boxing, whatever it is that's happening with niggas out there. Let's see. I'm trying to share my damn screen. Let me see. But yeah, man, I'm like looking at AB. You know what I'm saying? Looking at how he's trying to hustle and trying to make it back into the game, and it's just, man. You know what I'm saying? He still got the little pot belly, you know what I'm saying? He's still looking crazy out here, you know what I'm saying? I wish him the best. But he's not the same dude that we all knew. Um, I see him trying to get his bag. I ain't got no problem with that. I just don't want him to go out there and you know what I'm saying? Just make a, you know what I'm saying? Don't look good, you know what I'm saying, against somebody. Because, he didn't look good against that last guy he fought. He looked bad. And I just want him to go out gracefully. I don't want him to, you know what I'm saying? Everybody rooting for AB. We know he got a lot of issues and stuff like that. But you know what I'm saying? I want the best for these fighters. And once you see they get on the other side of 30 and their life ain't going as good. You know what I'm saying? You just wish them to win. So you want them to get a couple of bags and get the hell on. But what I'm saying? I don't want him, what I'm saying, trying to fight what I'm saying, the top elite guys. Because I just don't think he'll make it to that back to that level. You know what I'm saying? So he's trying to pump his name up. He's out there. He's trying to get with he's trying to do, I think he got like a 3 fight deal with BLK Prime. And I think he's gonna get hurt. I think he's gonna get fucked up if he get the wrong person. And right now, AB is food, what I'm saying, for any of the top contenders. And what I'm saying, I want him to what I'm saying, do well. What I'm saying? Regis and Gary Russell. Yeah, that's a goddamn good ass fight, bro. 135 is popping right now. It's popping. It really is. If we can get all the players to act right. Because have you noticed, like in boxing, what I'm saying, you have all the ingredients. You have Keith Thurman, you have Danny Garcia, you have Sean Porter, but there's and what's his name, Errol Spence Jr. But then Terence Crawford don't want to cooperate. Or you'll have Devin Haney, you'll have Shakur Stevenson, you'll have Frank Martin, and this Rivera guy, but then Tank Davis don't want to participate. Or you'll have just like T.O. pulled out of the tournament, you know what I'm saying, with Devin Haney and all those guys. He pulled out and went and fought Nakatani, right? And went and fought Comey. He went and did his own thing instead of being in the tournament. So for some reason, saying motherfuckers just they just don't want to cooperate. You know what I'm saying? To find out who's the best. Anytime, and it tells me like we just got a different era of fighters. Mindsets. Their mindset is different. They don't have the same kind of they don't have the same kind of spirit that the fighters of the past have. What I'm saying? They want to strategically move through the ranks, and they want to protect their zero. Um, and it's making boxing suck, bro. All the strategic moving around, and it's like we are here arguing for these dudes, and it's like they don't even want to fight the best dudes, right? They don't even want to fight each other. And so you get somebody like Shakur come along, it's like, hey man, lightweight is overhyped. And he's just telling you some like simple ass shit. He's just telling you some simple shit. It's overhyped because niggas ain't trying to go for each other. Niggas don't even want to give each other clout. They don't even want to say somebody's name because they're afraid that they're gonna pump them up somehow. That shit is ridiculous. That's the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard in boxing, right? That what I'm saying, I'm not gonna say his name because what I'm saying, people are gonna start looking his way. But nigga, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. You calling him out because you already know Devin, what I'm saying your name, you already know that people are looking for you guys to fight. So what's the problem? You know what I'm saying? Is the problem is that the egos, you want to be bigger than him, so you're not gonna say his name so you can seem bigger than him. Yeah, I think Tank is a bigger star than Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? But what I want from Tank is the same thing I want from Terence Crawford. I want him to have that fighter spirit where he feels like he the best. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got to act like no clown or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I just want him to go out there and be like, you know what I'm saying? I'll knock Devin Haney ass out. You know what I'm saying? I'll knock Shakur Stevenson out and we'll find out when we get in the ring. That's it. You know what I'm saying? But they act like, they act like they too goddamn good. You know what I'm saying? Or Tank act like he too good to like get on these motherfuckers bumper. You know what I'm saying? And that's really the only fights we want to see him fight. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a couple of fights up at 140 um, for Tank, because Tank, I do believe Tank could beat some ass up there at 140. I think he's that talented. But we'll never know if he keeps on with this reluctant warrior shit. People tired of the reluctant warrior shit. You chose boxing, and nobody can control you. You don't owe nobody shit. You can run it the way you want to run it. But the way traditional boxing is that, when people call you out, what I'm saying, you got to see about that. You know what I mean? Especially if you're a highly skilled, bad motherfucker like Tank, who I think could beat anybody in the ring. You know what I'm saying? I think Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson could beat anybody in the ring, but we'll never know that shit if they don't get in the ring and iron that shit out. You see what I'm saying? So it's just amazing to me. It's amazing. That we got all these problems. And we're not expecting these guys just to do what boxers supposed to do. We changed the rules. We got a different set of rules for every boxer that we like. And for me, what I'm saying, that's not boxing, bro. Me, I want to see each boxer do the same thing. I expect Devin Haney to fight Lomachenko. I expect him to fight all the big fights. I expect him to fight Tank. I expect Tank to fight Devin. I expect Tank to do everything. And I'm proud of Tank that he's taking this Garcia fight because I think that's a solid fight. But I want him to go. I want him to go after Devin like he's going after Ryan Garcia, which we all expect him to knock out, right? So don't be surprised now if Ryan gives some pushback. What I'm saying? Because Ryan do have skills. I'm saying? I mean, even though he's kind of a pussy punk ass nigga, what I'm saying? He do have boxing skills. You can't go in there sleeping on him. You still got to do your due diligence and get the shit done. So you can't just go, that's kind of like, if you fight one of them sissy guys, but they still dudes. You know what I'm saying? They can still knock your ass out. I've seen a quick few guys get their ass whipped by, dudes dressed up like women. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen it. You know what I'm saying? When I was in the military. I've seen guys go in there, what I'm saying, like they're gonna run down on some dude with wearing heels and shit and end up getting his ass tore up. You know what I'm saying? So, Ryan Garcia might be soft, but he's still a dude. You know what I'm saying? So you still got to go in there and you got to handle your business, you know what I'm saying? Like he's a top contender or anything like that. So, you just can't assume that this guy is gonna fold. You know, Ryan got that, what I'm saying? He got power, he's got speed, you know what I'm saying? He can move a little bit, but of course he got his flaws. And we know what we expect, but Tank first got to get by Hector Garcia. He's first got to get by Hector Garcia, bro. You know what I'm saying? So this could be, what I'm saying. Hopefully, this is not going to be a year of upsets, but Hector Garcia could fight, bro. You know what I'm saying? So we can't just put Tank, what I'm saying, out there like, or look past Hector Garcia is what I'm saying, you know. And then, you never, I mean, you just never know what happened in boxing. You see what happened to Chris Colbert, who we know wasn't crap really. You know what I'm saying? Really wasn't too much. We've heard, saying from behind the scenes, Shakur told you and exposed him pretty much, what I'm saying, before he even came out. And but anything can happen, man. Just because you're projected to be what I'm saying, the best at that division, you still got to fight those fights, is what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, you know. And we got boxing fans who are more fans of the fighter than the sport. And it shows because, what I'm saying, you want to keep that fighter protected from certain guys that might be able to beat him. But that's what's going to make him great. You know what I'm saying? By fighting those fights. Even if he lose, I'm saying? You could still, that's why I believe in dudes fighting at least twice. You know what I'm saying? Because anybody can win one fight. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? You lose twice, pretty much the guy's probably better than you. You know what I'm saying? So let me read some of my comments. What's going on? Let's see. Ringo says Calvin Ringo says 135. They want to smoke. Shit, not everybody now. Not everybody. We got to see. He says, Skits So Paul says, he says, salute pool in the chat. And Master Khalid said, peace. Let's go. Lou Ear Grassroots says, I want Reaches versus Gary Russell at 140. That would be a really interesting fight, bro. He says, Master Khalid says, what's up? What's up, everybody? Mike Rhythm said, what's up? Let's see, Mauricio Mora. He says, what's going on, people? What's happening? And Mauricio Morris Pool and Jeff R says Ryan has skill, but a little flat footed. But he fast with it though. You know what I'm saying? Ryan got skills, man. He just don't cultivate his shit, and his confidence level, so they try I can see what they're doing. They're trying to build his confidence level to meet, saying whatever skills that he has. And, even though he only throws a few punches and a few variations, saying off his 1-2, he needs to get the experience in, and he's allowed his peers, Devin, Shakur, and those guys, and Tank. He allowed them to get the confidence and go get the belts. So they have experience now over him. So, can he fight those guys? Can he fight on their level? Possibly, but it's going to take him time to reach that level, which is why he is taking a tune-up fight. You know what I'm saying? And we got to see what he looked like. I guarantee you, well, they already signed the deal between him and Tank, so it's on and popping. But what I'm saying, I don't think Ryan's has enough experience to deal with a Tank. When it gets down into the championship levels, and Tank takes a few rounds to read what you're doing, and he's gonna Falumaloon Ryan Garcia, and it's gonna be easy for him because Ryan got so many flaws, bro. He got so many flaws that Tank can exploit. That I'm just coming in to see the train wreck. What I'm saying? Because I really, for a long time I disliked Ryan Garcia, the way he, moved in boxing, was real pussified, and I didn't like that. I don't like the way that nigga moved. Um, I thought that shit was real soft as shit, backing out of fights, lying about fights, saying all the capery and shit, man. I was just like, I definitely, wanted somebody to knock his ass out. And here we go with Tank getting the fight and looked like he was avoiding all the tough fights. He was backing out any fight that might have been tough for him, he backed out of. And that's why we looking at Terence Crawford the way we looking at him like he the black Ryan Garcia because he avoid all tough fights, right? You mean it's hard to get that nigga in a good tough fight. You know, it's like anytime there's a tough fight, motherfuckers pricing themselves out. Um, there's always something wrong with the negotiation. Anytime there's a chance of a 50-50 fight, what I'm saying? He wouldn't fight Keith Thurman. He wouldn't fight Danny Garcia. You know what I'm saying? And now he won't fight Errol Spence Jr. If that don't tell his fans what they need to know, then what I'm saying, them motherfuckers ain't never gonna believe nothing. So when you see Ryan Garcia, backed out like 4 fights, it's like this nigga ain't real, bro. So so it's up for Shakur, it's up to Devin, it's up to Lomachenko, and it's up to Tank to make that division pop. But they're not fighting each other, bro. And it's just been too long. It's been going on for too long for somebody to not have mixed it up, is what I'm saying. We still here talking about fantasy matchups. What I'm saying? Where down at lightweight, we got Chocolate Tito going through, the division for win or losing. The lightweight, I mean the super flyweights and shit, they fighting. They fighting at 154. What I'm saying? We got a undisputed champion up there. What I'm saying? They fighting. What I'm saying? But lightweight, they still bullshitting around, fighting showcase fights, fighting niggas we never heard of. You Frank Martin coming out the gate fighting Riviera. That's a 50-50 fight. That's going to be happening. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be one of the most exciting lightweight fights that we've had in a long time. Believe it or not, if you know who those two guys are, that's going to be the shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about them guys are highly skilled, and what I'm saying, and they're gonna be up there. They're gonna give Devin, they're gonna give Tank a lot of trouble. Them two guys right there. Nobody's talking about them. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. What's going on, B Dog? Say Mauricio says you guys copy me. Good evening. What's going on? B Dog said I knew Cobalt was all talk. Yeah, man. He was just talking a little bit too much. Alex Shear Jones says, Cobra deserve it. He said, deserve it to stay. He said, Wilder was too much. He said, I get he ain't a technical boxer, but he has speed and power. Yeah, that was his advantage, Motherfucker athletic, but he had to stay small to keep that advantage. I don't know who gave him the bright idea to gain all that goddamn weight to go in there to get Falumaloon, but you know what I'm saying? Everybody was concerned about shit because it didn't work in this the second fight. So why would it work in the damn third fight? Gaining weight. You can't carry that shit. It takes away from your advantage. So, Wilder should, so I don't know. He should have knew that, and his trainer should have knew that too. B-Dog said, plus he was a victim of the Wilder curse. Man, black people be superstitious as a motherfucker. Somebody got a Wilder doll sticking needles in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? All them people from Britain and shit. They made little Wilder voodoo dolls and shit. Let's see. This is Dungeon Talk says, "What's poppin', Pool? What's going on, Dungeon Talk?" And Mauricio Morris says, he says tomorrow will be the fight from Gallo versus Chocolatito. He said, that brother writing from Grenada, 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 Nicaragua, bro. Tomorrow will be the fight from Gallo. I thought he was fighting Estrada. I said, what ain't he fighting Juan Estrada? Them niggas, they've been going at it. I think what's this the third fight for them? You know what I'm saying? So, them flyweights be going at it. It's just that they're not as popular, you know what I'm saying, as the heavier weights. You know what I'm saying? But them dudes, man, they be getting it in, bro. Bam, I think Bam is right in there um with them. You know what I'm saying? So he's gonna be a star down there to watch. Um, So we got some good boxing down there, man. But that's one thing I love about those guys. You know what I'm saying? They get to it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna find out who's the best, and they go back and forth beating each other. You know what I'm saying? Because not only do they fight, they on their damn third fight, bro. So we can't get one fight with Errol Spence Jr. and Terence Crawford. We can't get one fight. You got guys on their third times. I think Manny Pacquiao fought Bradley like what? What? No, it was Juan Marquez fought his ass like what 4 times? Fought his ass like damn 4 times. It's like, can we get one? Can we get just one goddamn fight with Errol Spence Jr. and Terence Crawford? So it just leads me to say, man, what is going on with boxing fans and boxing? You know what I'm saying? Why can't we demand the best fight the best? What's wrong with that? I just don't get it. And then you got so many people with different agendas, what I'm saying, on YouTube. There's so many people they pushing agendas. And I know it's these these promoters, what I'm saying, got these motherfuckers on here, what I'm saying, pushing agendas, but it's fucking up the sport, bro. What I'm saying? I mean, how many fights Munguia got? What's his name? Jamie Munguia. I mean, bro, he's a champion and he haven't fought nobody, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's you just got too many people in boxing wasting space, instead of, what I'm saying, getting to Jamal, what I'm saying, and fighting that guy. Or Jamal unifying with Triple G. It's like we just been waiting around for years for shit to happen at 160. We got blank divisions where there's not shit happening. So it's like what the hell, so we got to wait 1-2 years before a motherfucker get a fight. You know what I'm saying? So, and boxing fans, what I'm saying, they like that kind of shit. They like that, Jamal won't be able to get a shot at Triple G, or he won't be able to get a shot at nobody big, what I'm saying, that they can beat. What I'm saying? They do not want Jamal to get up there and Triple G ass. They don't want Jamal to fight a Canelo, you know what I'm saying? So they protecting certain fighters, but yet they calling them the best. You know what I'm saying? And this is something I see in boxing that's developed over the years. And I'm like, I look at motherfuckers talking, they try to protect Terence Crawford. I'm like, why? I mean, if he was gonna stop at 140, you know what I'm saying, and after he won undisputed, he should have just retired instead of holding up the sport. Move your ass out the way if you're not gonna fight the best. You know what I'm saying? Because at this point, I mean, I don't believe shit that dude say. I mean, you just in the way, bro. I mean, what you still trying to say you the best and you're not fighting the best? So that's how I look at it, you know. And I'm just tired of a lot of these dudes that call themselves boxing fans supporting that kind of bullshit. Who has he fought? You know what I'm saying? He don't deserve a fight. Well, does David Abenesian deserve a fight with Terence Crawford? I'm just asking. I'm just asking for a friend. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what makes Canelo royalty? Besides, he had the political connections to fight his sparring partners for two sanctioning belts. You know what I'm saying? That shit don't count. That don't count if you fight your sparring partner for two of the belts. That's not cleaning out a division. Just keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it real. That's not cleaning out a division. You know what I'm saying? That's bullshit is what that is. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna get two of the belts? You didn't take two of the belts from two of the champions. You know what I'm saying? You didn't take the belt from one of the best fighters in the division. No, you just got through political connections, you know what I'm saying, you was able to fight a sparring partner. So that counts and everybody, people never get into the details. They just skip over that part. You know what I'm saying? Call them undisputed at 168. Don't matter how you get it. You know what I'm saying? Don't matter who you fought, long as you got it. And that's what's going on in boxing today. So that's why these niggas ain't going down. There's no legends in my book. You know what I'm saying? If you get you had a bullshit run for undisputed, well, guess what? You can't get the purest respect. You may get some dudes who just into you like that. Motherfuckers got Canelo shirts from Walmart and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they gonna always support Canelo. You know what I'm saying? But nigga like me, hey, that nigga fought Yildirim. You know what I'm saying? To become undisputed, bro. Yildirim should have never been in the way. I mean, he should have never been on the path to undisputed, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it just is what it is. We know how they get down. Dungeon Talk he say Mayweather fucked up boxing. Yeah, why they keep saying Mayweather, but people, you can't do what Mayweather do. You know what I'm saying? And the reason I say not just because I'm a Floyd Mayweather junkie, it's just that Floyd Mayweather paid his dues. Whatever happened to that? You know what I'm saying? You can't, if you went on to McDonald's, you know what I'm saying, you can't start off as the manager, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can't, you got to start out, learning how to do the registers. You got to learn how to do takeout, you know what I'm saying, how to take orders, how to, you know what I'm saying? You got to learn from the bottom. You got to work your way up. And these fighters, they want to come in the managers. They want to come in the owners. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to fight the tough fights. Go back down Floyd Mayweather's resume and look at how many tough fights he had before anybody knew who the hell he was when he was Pretty Boy Floyd. So he fought all them dudes to make it to the top so he can do so he can cherry pick or whatever and do what he want to do. And he still fought tough opponents during that time. So how another fighter gonna be like they're gonna look at only the back half of his career and not look at the front half of his career, is what I'm saying. And yeah, he probably did fuck up boxing because that's what they do on Dungeon Talk. That's exactly what they do. They look at the front part of this nigga. I mean, they look at the back half of his career and say, you know what? That's what I'm going to model my whole entire career after. Yeah, he did. He did. Two things could be true at the same time, Jeff. You know what I'm saying? Two things could be true. You know what I'm saying? Because he became the standard. You know what I'm saying? Floyd Mayweather became the standard. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, after Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr., you know what I'm saying? After they, you know what I'm saying, they ran after they little ran went by. Yeah, it was Floyd Mayweather that was keeping it alive, you know. But at the same time, he was hurting the sport because he was putting money over legacy. And that's what we're seeing a lot of nowadays, that people coming in here not necessarily caring. They faking that they want legacy. They faking the funk. You know what I'm saying? They don't really care about the legacy. They just want the money. I mean, I understand that to a certain extent, but you got motherfuckers like Lomachenko, they don't have over 20 fights, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got like Teofimo Lopez. These niggas don't have like massive fights. You know what I'm saying? It's like they putting the cart before the horse. Say, hey, let's get some like really good fights in first. Before you start trying to be money, trying to move like money Mayweather. And so, Terence Crawford, yeah, he got a lot of fights in, but he don't have the type of fights. He said, it's funny because everything we criticize him on, he says about himself. You know what I'm saying? Everything we criticize about him not having a signature fight, you know what I'm saying? About him, not having the best competition. And even he said, I fought people that, they put before me, you know. So that tells you a lot about his career right there, But then when he get in his feelings, he want to stop pumping these guys up like they something that he just already explained that they're not. You know what I'm saying? He explains it himself that they're not, the best. Green beans ain't the best, bro. You know what I'm saying? They not the best. So why would you walk away from a signature fight that could make you a legend? I tell you why, it's that pressure, bro. It's that pressure. If you never fought the best, then why would you want to fight the best at the end of your career? And don't get it twisted. Terence Crawford is at the end of his career. I can tell you that right now. Let me see. Let me drop the link in case anybody want to come up. Let's see. Calvin Ringo says one thing I could say about Floyd, even after he beat Canelo. Oh, let me highlight it. He says one thing I could say about Floyd, even after he beat Canelo, say he still fought top guys with boxing names. He said these guys just want to be on Instagram and duck fights. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. We're in an age where clout chasing is, that's like the best promotion or something. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like people really don't have that passion to go after each other in the ring anymore. It's like they just rather the clout. Like Tio, you know what I'm saying? He used Devin Haney for a lot of clout. You know what I'm saying? Just a lot of talking shit. And then he'll bounce back and say, I'm never gonna fight him. Using the system against Devin Haney, and then look what happened. You know what I'm saying? Ain't God good? Ain't God good? You know what I'm saying? He went out there and he got Falumaloon against Cambosos. You know what I'm saying? Which tells you a lot about Teofimo Lopez. And they were really trying to get behind, they were really trying to get behind Tio like that. You know what I'm saying? They were really trying to blow him up, blow up his worth as a fighter. But anybody why wouldn't you give Lomachenko a second fight, right? That tells you all you need to know. You know what I'm saying? If I'm a fighter, and one thing about Floyd too, going back to Floyd, if Floyd had a close fight, he would run it back. Whatever happened to that? You know what I'm saying? That was part of boxing. That was a big part of boxing. If it was close, he run it back. And so Tio, what I'm saying, once he got by you, he knew Lomachenko had them figured him out. He knew that he knew what was going to happen in that next fight was that Lomachenko was going to come out harder, earlier, and beat him. So he didn't want to give him that opportunity. You know what I'm saying? So that's not a fighter spirit, is what I'm telling y'all. We got fighters who just trying to get by. Anybody could beat another fighter in one fight because you're still trying to learn. You might miscalculate how to move on that fighter, right? So any fighter can win one fight, right? Because you can capitalize. Because it took Lomachenko like 7 rounds to even start to really get Teofimo Lopez rhythm down. And then once he got his rhythm, he was able to take advantage and exploit what he's learned over those 7 rounds and not throwing punches. He was just studying them, seeing how he moves, making sure he don't run into anything. And so once he figured them out, he knew it was a wrap. And that shook Tio. You know what I'm saying? He was shook. You know what I'm saying? And he don't want to fight no smart boxers, right? So I'm tired of that kind of spirit, but then acting like you the best type of nigga up in the ring. So that shit don't match. Let's see. Dungeon Talk says Jeff Ice says no, that's no question. He said my point is most boxers want to be him. He says not losing and making most money. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. That's in that case. Yeah, yeah. he definitely influenced fighters, you know what I'm saying, to try to take the easy route. What's going on, Calvin Ringo? Long time, my brother. What's happening with you?
Hey, what's going on, bro? Just stopping by. Greet everybody. What's up to the
What's
chat
going
with you,
on,
my bro?
Calvin?
Man,
Hello?
nothing much. Just getting off work, working hard, man. That's it.
You there?
Man, only thing I like to say is that, bro, at
Oh,
135,
no doubt. No doubt. Yeah.
yeah, at 135, I think them guys want the smoke, but you kind of hit the nail on
Mm-hmm.
the head when you say it. But they sitting
Cutting
back.
in and
Am I cutting in and out?
you kind of cut. Maybe it's me. You cutting in and out. Sound like it.
What about now? Hello? You there, bro?
Hey, Cal, try to come back in and come back out. I mean, can y'all hear him clearly? Because he kind of breaking up for me. Yeah, you kind of breaking up. Come back in. Let me see. Yeah. Okay, is he clear? Maybe it's my internet or something. It's like he sound like a robot. Yeah, I just dropped another link, Cal. Oh, okay. Maybe it's my internet. Maybe it's my maybe it's my internet. My bad. It's like I don't know, the internet's kind of weak where I'm at. My bad, Cal. You know what I'm saying? I just dropped the link so you can come back, bro. Um, let's see, huh. This is it's just weird how this it's like, yeah, it's a little like it's my internet, bro. Let's see, cause they said they could hear you clearly. I'm sorry, man. Stopping you for quickly. Go ahead, bro.
What's up, bro? Yeah, like, can you hear me better now, bro?
Yeah, I hear you clear, loud and clear.
All right, cool. Yeah, like when I say 135 want that smoke, I think them young guys want that smoke, but I do agree with what you was saying on one thing. I think a few times, a little bit back, we was talking about how like in the late 80s, early 90s, how with the heavyweight with Mike Tyson, Barry Holmes, all them other guys, we didn't
Mhm.
hear about nobody being on no internet saying nothing. We just was watching the fight, and they say next time in February, Mike Tyson fighting against this person, that person. A lot of these guys, man, they talk at that stuff, but they really don't want it. But a lot of them want it, but their promotion company don't want to give it to them.
Mhm.
So how can we, us as fans, we have to start really pushing the narratives for these guys to fight each other. Like we have to do something. It's too many guys to talk to these promoters and have them on their shows and saying, "Hey, stop saying when they gonna fight, and start saying make the fight." You know,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
right now, I think at 135, Devin Haney is the king. Cause let's be real, Lomachenko was gonna have to fight him. Lomachenko gave up that belt, said he didn't have to fight Devin, and he became franchised. Devin went the hard route, went through everything he went through, and he's sitting on top of the hill. But that can be a great thing for boxing, 135, 140, even 126. We don't talk about 126 a lot. They got some hitters down there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just think that we need to do something, or we're gonna have it to where these fighters are only fighting once a year. And that's gonna be bad for boxing.
Yeah, they don't seem to have no incentive to push their own career. And they're missing their prime. When every time they don't fight, you know what I'm saying? Every time that a fighter should, in my opinion, a fighter should fight at least 2 to 3 times a year to stay sharp. You know what
Yes.
I'm saying? To stay sharp. I mean, well, that's not even obscene because back in the day they used to fight shit 6, 7 times, 8 times a year. So
Yep.
it can be done. It's just that people are so used to these guys falling back, like Keith Thurman falling out the division for 3 years, bro. I mean, you're not going to be sharp. You're not going to get your best. You're not going to be fighting your best the longer you stay out the ring, unless you're in the gym every day. And we know these dudes are not in the gym every day. How you going to come back after a year layoff and then you need a tune-up fight? People are tired of that shit, bro. You're supposed to be in your prime fighting the best, and you got to fight a damn tune-up fight. You know what I'm saying? That's a waste of your prime. We want to see you
Exactly.
fight. We want to see you fight the best at the top while you at your best. You know what I'm saying? If you have to keep coming back and to fight a tune-up fight because you've been out too damn long, that's a damn waste of time, bro, of the boxing fans. You know what I'm saying? That's why I got tired of looking at Keith Thurman come back every 2 to 3 years and fight somebody, and then he almost get his ass whipped. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's like, bro, you're supposed to be pound for pound up here, bro. You know what I'm saying? You coming back and showing you're not on that level. So they taking too long, bro. They messing up the game by staying out too long. Even Errol Spence Jr. You know, so I know he had some accidents, but I'm saying when he do get running, he's got to fight more often. All of them, all of them got to fight more often. You know, Terence Crawford. You know, what I'm saying you already know what that is. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? Oh, let me see. Oh, I thought Inside Square Circle. I thought Judah was on here. What's on, Master Khalid?
What's going on, big bro?
What's happening, bro?
Hey, what's happening, brother? Yeah, man, I just pop in, man, to salute you, man. You know what, my new favorite channel and shit. You know, I'll be listening to you when I'm doing my Amazon routes at night, man. I just started the trucking business, bro. So I'm gonna be asking you, man, for some knowledge, man.
Oh, no problem. You know, any truck would love to talk about that.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna definitely be asking you, man, because like I told you in the chat the other day, you know, I'll be having trouble, you know what I'm saying, with these brokers, man. They don't want to pay. And you know, my authority is new. You know, I got my own authority, and it's so new that a lot of brokers don't want to deal with it. So, you know, I'll be dealing with that too. But yeah, I was just yeah, man, let's talk this boxing, man. I'm listening.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think you just dropped off. Let's see. Let me see. I don't know. You had a second icon pop up. Let's see.
I did.
No, that was Chris. Okay, I don't want to say his name. That was Chris. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. So what do you think going on, bro? It's like you know, at 135, we just got two. I mean, they've been there too long, bro, not to mix it up. Now I know part of it is promotional company, but you know what I'm saying? At different points, these guys, if they really wanted to fight, they could make the fight if they wanted it that bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
I feel you. I feel you on that, man. I think it's the fighters, you know what I'm saying? Devin, he the only one that I know that's trying to get all that smoke. And Shakur, I would say Shakur too.
mm-hmm,
But I don't just put it just on the boxers either. I put it on the promoters too. You know what I'm saying? Especially with TMT and Devin. I mean, and Tank. You know, they don't want to put that guy in there with nobody. They want him to just be some prize fighter, and I'm okay with that. You know, but what I don't like about Tank is him talking about, you know, fuck them belts. I don't want them belts, man. That's some bullshit.
mm-hmm,
And like, what do you
mm-hmm.
mean? Like, what are you doing? You need to just, you know what I'm saying, go on and do these exhibitions or whatever, bro, and stop calling yourself a boxer, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, you an entertainer, man. You on some WWE shit, man. I want the guys, and he one of my favorites, man. But I want, you know, you got to go after them belts, man.
Yeah, you can't just, you know, make your, you know what I'm saying? Because you know, you can't just fuck the rules when it don't benefit you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so you don't have to fight, you know, beat dudes that you don't want to fight. That's why you know, when you look at Canelo is my favorite, you know what I'm saying, example. You know, he don't want to fight the dangerous guys. He didn't want to fight Demetrius Andrade, so he's like, fuck that belt. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want to fight. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want to fight David Benavidez, right?
Yeah.
So so now
So now,
so now
so now,
anytime
anytime they
let me see. I got an echo.
I got an echo.
Hold on. Hold on. So
So
let me see. Let me Okay. So hello. Yeah. So now, you know, anytime they threaten him with a fight, somebody dangerous, now he can say, you know, I don't need that belt. You know what I'm saying? He'll vacate a belt. So that's pussy ass shit to me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Damn, Judy, you dropped off again, bro. See, he probably in a bad area.
Yeah, I ain't feeling that. I definitely ain't feeling the moves that Canelo been making at all. You know, and he went up there to cherry pick your boy Bivol, and you know, it backfired on him. You know, I ain't gonna front. I was so happy watching that fight. I was like, hell yeah, because you doing this cherry. Yeah, you done got your ass beat. I was happy as hell watching that fight. My man, my homeboy in LA, you know, I'm in Detroit. My homboy in LA, he was out to dinner with a little chick, so he couldn't watch it. So he had FaceTime me, and I was showing him on FaceTime, and he was hurt. He was like, "Oh no," because that's his favorite fighter. I'm sitting there laughing like, "Yeah, that's what his ass get." And I'm putting 100 on David. I've been sneezing to upset Bud. I'm putting 100.
Wow.
Hey, bro, congratulations on your trucking business. I'm putting 50 on it.
Oh, yeah,
Appreciate
yeah,
that,
man.
y'all.
This is a new truck. This is a new truck. My old truck, you know what I'm saying? I had to gear it up, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's a new truck, you know what I'm saying? This is my first new truck. So, you know, I'm excited, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I'm trying to get that Alaska. I want to run to Alaska, you know what I'm saying, across the country and just do it like that. So I don't have to worry about it, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, so that's that run I want. I always wanted that run. You know, there's a few companies that run it like that. So, you know, you be sitting pretty, you know what I'm saying? So you don't have to run all over the country, you know what I'm saying? You just do that little run and you straight. But
You talking about when they going over the ice, right?
Yeah. Well, you got to go through Canada, and I was kicked out of Canada. You know what I'm saying? I was kicked out of Canada because I went up there my first run up in Canada and shit. You know what I'm saying? I had my passport, but then I had some tickets way back from like 20 years ago, and they said that those are felonies in our country. And I was like, what? I don't know, so that's like little misdemeanor shit. You know what I'm saying? Tickets that were 20 years old. And, you know, them motherfuckers was like, you know what I'm saying, that these are felonies in our country. I said, man, they turned my shit around. I couldn't even deliver the load. I had to drop shit off in Detroit. And, you know, before I left, I told them, I said, you know, we wipe our ass with y'all money. I said, you know that? I said, we won't even pick up y'all quarters and shit in our country. Fuck your country, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it was on some ratchet shit.
Yeah, I see with my trucking company, man, I'm trying to stay local, man. You know, I'm in Detroit. I would like to stay local, man. I'm trying to find me some local routes, man, and some dedicated lanes, man. That's what I'm mainly focused on. You know, because I really ain't no driver like that, man. I just needed to do something, man. I just had to do something, and I wasn't about to go get a job for nobody. So I just went on ahead and started this trucking business, man. I bought my box truck out of New Orleans, man. I had never even been inside one of them motherfuckers, bro. And I flew to New Orleans, man, and drove that mug back all the way back to Detroit, man. And it was scary at first, man. I say by the time I got through Mississippi, I was cool. But at first, I was like, how the hell I'm gonna drive this big motherfucking truck back to Detroit?
Yeah, hey man, congratulations on your hustle, man. You went out there and did your thing, man, and now you gonna prosper, bro. That's what it's about.
Appreciate that, bro.
You got a lift gate. You got a lift gate on that thing.
Yeah, dock height, lift gate, all that. Yeah.
Okay, shit. Yeah, you could haul oxygen tanks, all kind of shit. Got to get that hazmat though. Problem.
Yeah, a lot of dispatchers I've been dealing with been asking me about did I have hazmat, so I'm gonna have to look into that too.
Oh man, that's lucrative right there, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's lucrative. You know, and you know, all you have to do is call up the big companies, and you know, say they got lanes in every last one of them. You know what I'm saying? It's just if they're gonna let you in the door. Okay. Let's get back to what's going on. It's Square Circle.
Nothing much, man. Y'all can hear me pretty good.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. I was just listening to you, man. I've been on since you started. I was on my way home, you know, coming off that road. But the reason what's wrong with boxing, man, it's the fighters and it's the fans, right? And the reason I say that is because, man, you got these fighters, like you were saying, man, they put on these showcase fights, but it's the fans too, because we live in a digital age where it's all about clout and hip hop era. And the reason I say that, because look at people like Tank and even Devin Haney, they bring in a lot of casual fans in just because of the hip hop image. They got all the, Floyd started it, all the jewelry, all the nice cars. That's bringing in a whole nother lane of people who don't even like boxing. They just like to see people stunting. You know what I'm saying? So they come in just because they like to see people stunting, talking shit, because we all know boxers talk shit. But when it come down to fighting, that's why they don't care if Tank say, I want to fight a whole bunch of people I know I can beat and knock them out. They don't care, bro. So it's like, it'll never change. So I think it's the fan. I blame the fans more than the fighters. You know, that's what it is.
I agree with that. I agree with
I
that,
agree with
man.
that, man.
Yeah, because a
Yeah,
lot of
because
these
a lot of
fans, a
these
lot of
fans,
these
a lot of
fans
these
want their
fans want
favorite.
their favorite.
They want their
They want
favorite
their favorite
fighters to
fighter
stay
to stay
undefeated.
undefeated.
And
And
somebody has said they
somebody has said
blame
they
on
blame on
Floyd.
Floyd.
I don't
I
blame
don't
Floyd.
blame Floyd.
I blame
I
these young
blame
It's
these
an
fighters
young.
echo,
trying to
bro.
walk in his shoes. You know what I'm saying? That's what I blame. All these young fighters trying to be like Floyd because he set a, he set a whole new trend. And that ain't boxing, man. You can't be afraid to take a loss. Look what Jamel Charlo said the other night when he was going off on the duck. He said, he said, the loss made him. You know what I'm saying? He happy with his loss right now. You know what I'm saying? And of course, I was happy with it because my homeboy from Detroit beat his ass. But I feel him on that. He was hurt when he took that loss, but I knew because Jamel is a beast, man. So I knew that he was gonna come back stronger, man. And you got to stop being afraid to take that L, man. And that's what these.
Yeah, yeah, it makes you better, bro. You know what I'm saying? He was see. It's hard to maintain a certain level of fighting. Yeah, you might have the ability to reach a certain level, but until you face good competition, you'll never be able to access that level. And see, that's a good example of Jamel having to raise his fighting ability, because he was just some people fight down to their competition, right? But then when you find that one opponent that can get in your ass, then you got to do something else to beat that guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's what Tony Harrison represented. He made Jamel, he made him realize what level he need to stay on. You know what I'm saying? He can't allow himself to fall, down below a certain point, because he's gonna get his ass whipped, right?
Yeah.
Even though that first fight was close, he was still getting tagged up. Even in the second fight, he was getting tagged up, but he knew he had another level. You know what I'm saying? He had his durability and he had his power.
Yeah.
And
And
so he
I don't think taking an L to somebody means that they're better than you. You know what I'm saying? It
right,
probably just wasn't your night. That don't mean that they're
right.
better. You know what I'm saying? It probably just wasn't your night. Like with Floyd in the first Maidana fight, he was beating Floyd ass, man. Floyd's face was toe up. He beat the shit out of Floyd. And Floyd did it like a true champion and ran it back and watched that dude.
hmm And see, then that's real boxing right there. Because, like I said, on any given day, you can get your ass whipped, bro. You may not be feeling. Even Floyd be saying that shit. He said you don't feel good. You don't. It's just how you feel on that day that you fighting. Hopefully, you got everything kicking. You done everything you can. You know what I'm saying, to feel your best on fight night. Whatever. They say boxers never go into the ring truly 100%. I'm saying they always got a problem. They always got an injury. You know what I'm saying?
It can
So,
be an injury. You can have a cold or coming down with a cold. It can be anything, man. You human. You know what I'm saying? So you might not
hmm
get there all on point every time. So taking these guys. That's one thing these guys got to stop doing, man. They got to stop being afraid to lose. Man.
that's right. You got to go in there to test yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you one of the best, you're gonna stay at the top. You know what I'm saying? But you always got to test yourself to get better. And that's
Yeah.
right now we just got a bunch of motherfuckers making money and falling back, and then they have to get themselves back in shape. They have to get themselves back on point because they done stayed at the game for so long. That's why they got to fight way more often to really see what kind of fighter they are. You know what I'm saying? They got to fight way more often. What's going on, Paul Kendrick? Long time no see, my brother. He says Tank is the top money maker, so he says he doesn't care about the belts, but he won't fight the belt holders that's calling them out, and that's what I'm saying. And much as you root for Tank, what I'm saying, you want him to do right by boxing, and that means what I'm saying, he's got to fight to do. He's been in here too long. He's been at the top too long not to have fought one of these guys by now. At least Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? And so everybody mute yourself until cause you got like little background stuff. You know. So yeah, what I'm saying, he got it, and he's 27 going on 28. These guys are younger than him. So they got more time than Tank. So he's gonna start declining before Devin Haney or Shakur decline. So he better get him now. I was saying same shit about Terence Crawford 4 or 5 years ago. I said he acting like he got all the time in the world to be kicking these narratives and all this bullshit, and everybody like looking at him like, bro, when are you gonna get in the ring with these guys, bro? You're the oldest. You're the oldest out of all these guys. So they got time. You don't have time, bro. So why are you bullshitting unless you never plan on getting in the ring with these guys, and that's what it is, and that's what's going on with boxing. People just stalling until they get the hell up out of boxing. Until they, you know what I'm saying, y'all know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
feel
it's
you
just
on
worse.
that completely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just worse
Hey,
too, bro. Because you got go ahead, bro.
no, that was one of
No, that
y'all.
was one
Go
of
ahead,
y'all. Go
brother.
ahead, brother.
Yeah, I was saying that yeah, it's worse too when you have a fan base that's supported though. That's why it's never gonna stop, Pool. You know what I'm saying? It'd be one thing if they was just doing this on their own, thinking that it's gonna work. But you know, fans get people mind right. When the fans that like we don't support that, I guarantee you, bro, it don't matter what you selling or what business you in. If you have a business where you have customers, you do what your customers want. That's how you keep the money coming in. You know what I'm saying? So if we had more fans that was demanding more from these fighters, we wouldn't have this issue. But like I said, bro, because of the pandemic, Pool, you got a brand new fan base in boxing. They don't care. They don't care about heart. They don't care about true skill. They don't care about seeing the best fight the best. They don't care about none of that, Pool. They just care about the guy that they said was good, that he keep winning.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
And
So now,
like you be saying, Paul, these guys be on that pussy punk ass shit. These new young guys, man, they so feminine, man, and they I mean, this shit is ridiculous. Like you see Tank always crying and shit, man. Like, what's going on? Like, these guys ain't men these days, man. You know, they on that pussy punk shit, man. Like, what is you crying for, man? And that's what I love about Devin Haney, man, because Bill. Bill a real OG, man, and you could tell he raised his son was to be a man. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Exactly,
and he carried himself like a man because he was taught that. And then you got Tank, man. All he is taught by is these feminine ass hip hop niggas, and it's making his ass a punk, and he don't even realize. Yeah, you can fight, but you acting like a punk.
And so you can tell when you don't have a masculine male figure in your life because they don't know how to act, bro. They don't know the codes you can't cross, the lines you can't cross as a man, bro. They'll criticize motherfuckers, saying a feminine way, and you're like, bro, that's not part of the game, bro. You're not supposed to be talking about that. There's a certain man law that they got to get in the books, bro, and they don't have it. Talking about personal shit on motherfuckers, taking small shots at motherfuckers. It's like, bro, it's sickening, really. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's just me being an older guy, you know what I'm saying, looking at these young guys and just being disgusted by that shit. You know what I'm saying? All this complaining online, all this trolling shit. That's all feminine behavior. That's feminine ass shit, bro. I mean, I ain't.
What up, Pool?
What up?
Hey,
What going
bro.
on, DJ?
What up, pal? What up, y'all? I hear y'all up here cooking that motherfucking good dope up on these folk, man. Always, and these folk be taking these conversation and chopping them up. Hey,
Yeah,
I had
so
a conversation on H channel with Devin and his dad, with Devin and Bill the other day, and I asked him all the questions that people want to know. You know what I'm saying? Is you gonna get Shakur next? Lomachenko fight already sealed? He like, he ain't sealed. A knockout saying it. He talked to somebody that said that no Bob Errol that say the Loma fight sealed. Me, myself, personally, had a conversation with Devin Haney, directly with Devin Haney, live on the internet, and he said it ain't sealed. Now, I asked him, I said, so can Shakur fight you next? He was like, he don't know how that shit work. You know what I'm saying? Because he ain't privy to that kind of knowledge. Now, his dad talking about he know how that kind of stuff work. Now, in my opinion, I think Shakur got to get a fight at 35 because he lost his belts on the scale at 30. You know what I'm saying? In order to, he can't, because there's other people that's already in line for the fight. But Devin Haney, you know what I'm saying? He got his chest out. What he tell me, Paul? He say, I'm the champ. I got all the belts. They got to come see me. I'm like, shit, talk your shit, Sean. I'm OG, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, talk. That's what I want to hear from the young man. Now his dad say, look here, Black. How long has Devin been at 35? I'm like, shit, about 10 years. You like, how long you think he gonna stay there? I'm like, man, to me, in my opinion, and that's his father. His father, you know what I'm saying, know better. He know they body, he know his body mass index better than I do. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, He 23, 24 years old. He can rock out 35 for at least another 5 years, you know. But I mean, you know, his dad like shit. After a while, he gonna take him up to 40, you know. But I'm like, he dominate. In my opinion, Shawty dominating at 35 right now. So I don't know. I guess
Yeah, I don't know about him.
Hold on, Black. Hold on, Black.
Hmm.
You said Bivol, Ray 87. He says Bivol was no cherry pick. Yes, he was, bro.
Yeah, he thought he was gonna whoop that man.
He was B. He was a cherry pick. He said that was the first time Canelo picked his own opponent, and he thought, if you look back, nobody knew who Bivol was except for really hardcore boxing fans.
Yeah,
They thought he was
that boy's belt.
Yeah, he thought he was soft. He thought that was an easy belt that he was gonna pick up. You know what I'm saying? And he went out there and got Falumaloon, bro. He would never have, if he would have known what he knew now. You know what I'm saying? Back then, he would have never picked Bivol, bro.
Right.
And you know, I mean, if you see how Canelo move, I don't have to explain that shit. You already know that, bro.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Hey, but I want
that damn Floyd Mayweather shit on the ropes. He gonna invite the dude to him. Man, that young boy walked up on Canelo and whooped him some more on them ropes. Canelo had to get up off them ropes. I'm like,
hey, bro, I want to comment on what you said about Devin staying at 35.
Yo, get clear, my bad.
I don't like the way he looked, man, on them scales, man. I don't like that, bro. He looked emaciated. I don't like that, man. He ain't got much more time at 35, man. I think he need to go on and move up. I think he got one. Man, I want to say one, but you know, no more than 2 more at 35. He got to go.
Hey, bro, let me ask. If he got one more at 35, and he's saying that, and this the question that we asked him on H Money, and Bill like, man, fuck y'all, you know what I'm saying? But this the question that we asked: if the ink hadn't dried for Lomachenko yet, then why not make the Shakur fight if you got one more?
I feel you on that. I'm with that.
Let me get this super chat in. He says, I'm here for for boxing. Thanks for that $10 super chat, my brother. He says, these fighters are young with a lot of money. He said they're not moving the same way older fighters did in their time. He says, same as music industry, they don't respect those who came before them. That's a fact. Those are big facts. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's like they just overlook the past. What's going on Just Do Boxing? Y'all subscribe to Just Do Boxing and the Winning Team. You know what I'm saying? He got great content over there. If you like my content and you like other Black Channel content, you know what I'm saying? You know, please subscribe. You know, I mean, it's not just about being a Black channel. They just know they shit. So I'm just letting you know what I'm saying? If you're not familiar with Just Do, you know what I'm saying? The dude be kicking it, you know what I'm saying? Like he knows all aspects of this shit. So y'all go over there and check out Just Doing the Winning Team with our G5 and all them boys over there. You know what I'm saying? When I hit the road, I be listening to them and stuff all day. What's going on, William Old School? I see you out there, my brother. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Let me go. Okay. He said something about Manager Marty. I want to get that in. Dungeon Talk says Manager Marty said David could possibly upset Bud. He said his reason was David's been active all last year and this year. I think he's on like a 6-fight winning streak. Knockout streak.
Knockout streak.
He said
that's why
Bud
can't go in there playing and shit all on the internet bullshit like Sean Porter would.
He says Bud haven't. He said I'm putting $50 on David. So you know, here we go. You know, we starting to build up this nigga we know.
Oh yeah, I'm
you know,
no, I ain't building up David. Fuck David. But you know, I look at this as a potential to make some good money. So I'm putting a whole buck on it. You know, I want to put more than, I might even put 150, 200 on it. I haven't decided yet, but it's gonna definitely be at least 100 I'm putting on it. You know, something that I'm willing to lose. You know, and because you know Terence Crawford is a bad motherfucker, even though he a pussy punk ass. I'm definitely putting 100 on that.
And that's what his legacy gonna say 20 years from now. Y'all remember that time he had to fight Errol Spence and he fought David Avenesian and everybody was betting against him. Even though he won, remember people were betting against him. You know, that's the narrative that's gonna be his legacy. I don't know if Terence Crawford got somebody in his corner there telling him what a legacy is. You know. Not the fact that you got your name being in the history books. That's a big thing. The Guinness book, you know what I'm saying? 4-belt Errol, you got your name wrote down. You know what I'm saying? That's some big shit. But when people say who he fight.
Hey man, check this out though. But if you go look at his 140 record, he always bring that up. But you're right. Look at his competition, man. He fought against Julius Adongo or something like Julius Adongo to get two of those belts. You know what I'm saying? So you didn't fight a Errol Spence, you didn't fight a Terence, you didn't fight a Keith Thurman, you didn't fight a Well, you fought Porter, but you ain't fight them other guys that really have some standout power. You fought guys and you ran down there and grabbed because as soon as you got the belt at 140, you vacated because Josh Taylor was coming up. That would have been your next fight, man. And one more thing, these little young guys need to start fighting because what they're going to have to realize is one name in boxing is Adonis Stevenson. The reason why Adonis Stevenson got hurt and was in that coma and then they said that he was in a wheelchair for a minute was because he was inactive. I don't know if y'all remember.
Yeah, Superman.
Yeah, remember the brother was 2 minutes away at being stripped from his belt because he was about to enter the ring. Dude was fighting every year and a half. He was going to the day of. But these little guys, man, they won't fight. They not gonna fight. If I was Devin Haney, he got to do one more fight because he did a 3-fight deal with Top Rank. He did the 2 with George Kambosos. Go ahead and beat him, Wash Lomachenko, and move up to 140. And y'all gonna be surprised. And I'm saying it today. Devin move up to 140 by his 3rd fight. Y'all gonna see power that y'all ain't never seen before. Because the brother is right. Devin did not look good on them scales this last fight against Kambosos. He almost looked like he was skin and bones, man.
Well, why are you saying that? How you think you're gonna look against Loma then? If you think he making, you know what I'm saying, if he looked that bad his last fight, how you gonna look against Loma then?
He looked
hydrated. But I'm talking about, I ain't talking about bad in boxing style. I'm talking about his size. He looked like he was malnourished.
He talking about the weigh-in pull counter. The weigh-in is talking about. See, that's what Bill was talking about. Bill gonna talk about black. My son would look. Y'all want me to keep hearing my son looking like skeletal and shit? I'm like, man, that man it look like. I guess if y'all folk want to done and roast and shit, but when that bell rung, that man didn't look shit like no skeletal. That nigga look like motherfucking He-Man on go.
Hey, but you know, it take a lot out of them, bro. Like, you know, when you got to drain yourself down before a fight like that, that ain't good, bro. I wouldn't want Devin to be draining himself down to the point he look like he about to die just to make a fight either.
Yeah,
and then you got to rehydrate 10 pounds.
But believe it or not, that rehydrating, believe it or not, just because he looked good in the ring on fight night, he bro, that dude, he not 100. When you drain yourself down like that, you never gonna be 100% in the fight. That's why fighters move up. That's why they move up. When they get older and they body holding more weight, they move up so they don't have to kill themselves. Even somebody like a Floyd Mayweather would have moved up even though he was way better than everybody. Nobody want to kill themselves in that like that for a training camp just to make weight for a fight.
So let me ask you this. So us asking him to if the fight if the ink ain't dry with Lomachenko, the fight Shakur Stevenson, is that too much? Is that too much to ask for?
If he can't, I'm just telling you how I look at it if I was his manager. If we can't get Lomachenko move up, Shakur Stevens not a big name as Lomachenko. Right now, Shakur not gonna do nothing for your legacy. That's just for bragging rights. Yeah, that's just for bragging rights. So, and another thing is, okay, Shakur, I told y'all how this about to play out. Shakur and Devin want to fight each other last. Neither one of them actually. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So neither one of them actually in a rush to fight each other. And it ain't fear. You know what I'm saying? This is one of them things like, you know what? You my homeboy. You the rawest nigga in this shit. I'm the rawest nigga in this shit. Let's run through everybody else and then we gonna catch each other on the back end. That's how they looking at it.
Well, I can see. Hold on. Echo. I can see Stevenson fighting. You know what I'm saying? To catch up with Haney at 147. I could see him fighting a couple of fights at 140 and going straight to 147 just to get that Devin fight in. I could see that happening in the future. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't nobody at 140 to really mess with Shakur when he get up there, I could see him just kind of tapping, just tapping that division and going on and catching up with Devin. So I see them meeting up in the future. That fight is going to happen.
I tell you what,
I got a
heard the narrative. Tank won't that smoke with Bud.
That's hard to say. That's hard to say because on one hand you can say that's cap. You can say that's cap because he weighs smaller. But on the other hand, Tank ain't stupid, bro. He already said he think Bud made of glass.
Yeah.
He must know. He must know. I saw how them boys be rocking you. And if I hit you like that, you going to sleep.
When you start to get in the division, you know what I'm saying, and people see weakness in you, you know what I'm saying, and you're not taking fights and you're not trying to face the smoke and shit. Them guys sense that, you know what I'm saying. He's like a wounded calf or some shit, you know what I'm saying. People sense the weakness.
Coach him like that.
Mm-hmm.
You think David got translators that's telling him this shit, Paul? Like what we over here in America talking about, like how Tank and other boxers might look at Terence like food. Like you think they translating that to that?
I think he's a fighter like anybody else, and they can see the weakness. Like Canelo could tell when motherfuckers they haven't had their best run. They looking at how Terence Crawford moving. He ain't moving like that dude that was at 140. He moving totally different. He moving like he don't want no smoke. Like they listening to him in interviews. He sound like he's about to retire, and they want that name on their list. They want that undisputed champion on their list. He's an easy, you know what I'm saying. He's an easy name that could be collected. But
I think Tank can knock Terence Crawford ass out. For real, I'm gonna be honest with you. If Tank can take his blows and go with him, and you know how Terence Crawford like to mix it up when he get hit, and if you do that with Tank and take him with that left uppercut, he's going to bed.
I don't know because Terence Crawford specialized in beating short niggas' asses. That's what he like. Hank Lundy, Gamboa. If you a short nigga, he coming in hard. That nigga got all the confidence in the world to jump on your ass, you know. But if you his size,
same height, he gotta switch it up.
Yeah, that nigga got all. He'll look. I believe Tank. I think Tank can hang with him though. I think Tank can knock his ass out too. But you know,
Tank can need a knockout to beat him. He ain't gonna beat him. He ain't gonna beat him on the cards. And then that's what I'm saying. If Tank can take his punches, and that's what Errol too. If Bud can't hurt them with them little check hooks and shit that he be hitting motherfuckers with, and them little flash knockdowns, if anybody can walk through that, that's his ass. And I'm gonna say this. I really don't like counter punchers. Like that's not the style of fight that I like. And that's what Terence Crawford is. He's a counter puncher. And I like pressure fighters. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And anybody that can like Errol. Terence cannot beat Errol on the scorecards. It's impossible.
Yeah, too much pressure.
If Errol can walk through Bud's punches, it's a wrap. And if Tank can walk through his punches, it's a wrap.
Well, more importantly, Tank is just like Tank ran into the problem he ran in with Isaac Cruz, where he was so little that he couldn't really get a bead on him, and that's the same problem Terence Crawford, because he got orangutan arms, so he would definitely have to keep Tank from on the inside of him, and that's going to be a problem if Tank come in there super aggressive, going to Terence Crawford's body, because he's so small, he's not used to fighting somebody as small as Tank, and if Tank has the same, if his defense, he can use his feet to get on the inside. Terence is not. His body isn't tough. So he don't have a tough. He don't take body shots well.
No, that's what I say. He had that good pedigree on the inside, man. And Tank.
And if Tank if he could get by that mid range area, just a few times, Terence Crawford would be in trouble, y'all.
Yeah, but Tank
got to do is fight like Mike Tyson did.
Tank don't really push forward. Tank don't really push forward and put pressure like that anyway into the later rounds. Tank be more of a counter puncher too in the beginning. He don't really push forward and put that pressure until he see he done got you hurt. And that's how Terence Crawford is. So I can see that. I can see them doing a lot of posturing in that fight. A whole lot of posturing, because both of them gonna be scared to enter. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be scared to get in that phone booth. So it's gonna be a lot of posturing. And once one of them hurt the other, then that's when the fight gonna break out.
Well, one thing about Tank is he got a beard on him. So he's very durable little guy.
He's gonna try Terence Crawford at early.
That's what I'm saying. Either Terence gonna knock him out, or you know what I'm saying, Tank gonna get to him and hurt him. You know what I'm saying? I think once Tank got you hurt, that's pretty much a wrap. You know what I'm saying? Because it's hard to get those angles from them short people with low center of gravity like him. That's like fighting Emmitt Smith and shit. You know what I'm saying? The nigga like a little wobbly weebly. The motherfucker just got balance and shit. You don't know how them hooks gonna come from over top, underneath, and the shit be fast. The nigga got cat-like reflexes. So they both athletic. And he's a special kind of athlete. So, you know, I can see him beating Terence Crawford because Terence Crawford right now is slipping in his athletic ability. He don't have the same kind of reflexes that he had 2-3 years ago. And I don't see him taking that fight, tell you the truth. Anybody that's a risk to him losing, he's not going to fight. That's why he's fighting David Avanesian, you know what I'm saying? Because he think that's a lesser risk, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, so that's why I say, you know, Terence Crawford ain't part of the conversation. He don't want no challenges at the top anymore. And that's why I'm disappointed with him. I mean, I don't even really want to add him as one of the best in the division no more, because you know he's just not in there, bro. He's not in the competition no more. So you know these guys looking at his ass like he food, which he is.
He said he got to think about his kids and stuff, and you know ain't nobody thinking about his kids and stuff like that. What if he get injured and stuff? Ain't nobody, you know. So he need a guarantee, and anybody he talk to from now on, they got to get him transparency.
But my thing is he's been offered guarantees, and you know what I'm saying, through the PBC. He don't mention it, you know, so he was offered guarantees 3 times. So that's bullshit. You know, so he was even offered $10 million and back in. So
what about the other thing he put out there, Paul? They can make them fight for them white boy. Why they can't make them for him?
Because he don't want the damn fight. He don't want to take no risk that he don't want to take.
Man, if you give somebody everything they want and they still don't take the fight, they don't want to fight.
That's what I say too.
That's simple. And the thing you got to look at with Tank going against Crawford, man, on the real, Tank just got to fight like Mike Tyson. Bob and weave, get inside, let that overhand left go, and you gonna catch him. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, we wouldn't even be talking about Bud right now if Gamboa reach was like 2 inches more, because he a little guy, and when he touched that chin, Bud was wobbling. He started dancing.
Yeah, he made him dance a bit.
Motherfucker was doing a TikTok video.
Right. And another thing you got to realize, Errol, he throw, I think it's 23.6 or 23.1 punches around, where Bud is doing nothing but 15.6 or 0.3.
Errol, he got a high punch rate. Like I think his
he got the highest in the welterweight division.
Shot at 800, almost 900 punches a fight.
Yeah,
highest in the welterweight division.
Now Bud is just counterpunching, bro. Think about this: if Bud is just counterpunching and he can't get his counterpunches off because he being counterpunch on his counterpunch, Errol is good for doing that. Jamel is good for doing that. Derek teach them that, so they always know how to work. So if you look at that and he take that away, Buddy get washed. But if we talking about taking a risk, I got a question for all y'all. Y'all know Devin Haney got to go ahead and he gonna have to fight Lomachenko. He get done fighting Lomachenko, say he washed Lomachenko. You got Stevenson that want to fight him. You got Kambosos that'll go again. You got T.O. that'll go. You got Ryan Garcia. You got Tank. You got all these people. Would you pick one of them, or would you say, you know what, forget that? Hey, Pops, let me go ahead and go holler at Josh Taylor. I got the WBO.
Hey, listen. I said that too. I said, if you daring to be great, in my opinion, this is my opinion. If you daring to be great, you whoop Lomachenko, get one of them other people at 35 again, then go get Josh Taylor.
I like that.
Hold on, one question for you, though. I got a question. Now, he not undisputed no more. He gave up 2 of them belts. Was it the IBF and the WBA? Or the WBC?
Well, Regis just got the WBC, right?
He just got the WBC. So Josh Taylor still got the
I think he just got the. I think he just got the WBO. I think he gave up the WBA too, didn't he? I think
Right.
so. Mm-hmm.
So you still got the IBF out there in the WBA. If one of them vacant, would you just go ahead and fight for it? If you was Devin Haney, would you push it that way too?
Yeah, he got a lot of options.
I'll go for a vacant belt too. Either one, but I still say like, okay, just so I won't have no DuckTales on my on my resume. You know what I'm saying? One of them cats can get it again at 35 after Lomachenko. You know what I'm saying? If the Lomachenko fight if it's sealed and deal, if it's lock, stock, and like knockout boxing say it is, then Devin say it ain't. But if it is, then whoop Lomachenko and get one of them other people at 35, which is Tank, Shakur since he knew, and up there, and well Ryan trying to stay. I think Ryan is in Tank has some catchweight shit, so he can't put Ryan in the 35 conversation though. But at least Shakur Tank, in my opinion, at 35, then go up to 40. You know,
right. When Ryan trying to fight at Fort, talking about fighting at one point in time.
Yeah, they talking about 136 or 137 or something like that.
Yeah, that's the catch weight they fighting at.
They fighting at the catch weight. Yeah, they ain't that 30. They ain't gonna do it at 35.
Let me read a couple of my folks' comments. William Old School says, he said it's a mix of things. He says promoter pays certain fighters too much, and after they get big money, he said they lazy. Then the young fighters coming up don't make enough. And see, Dungeon Talk says I'm here for boxing, the truth. He says 100. He said that's second fight Harrison was putting work in on Charlo. Yeah, man, Harrison is one of the best boxers I've seen.
Stuck his chin out there and got clipped.
Yeah, I mean but as far as his skills though, man, he's just one of those people that don't have the other, and you know, in boxing you got to have everything. You got to have the chin, you know, so you got to have the skills, you got to have the strong work ethic, you know what I'm saying? You got to have speed, reflexes.
No nigga like Jamel. Like, but don't be playing with no nigga like that, man. Crazy ass motherfucker just swinging from everywhere. Clip his ass. I
love Steven's attitude though. He's like, that motherfucker won it, man. You know what I'm saying? We went out there and earned that shit. I said, my nigga. Just Do Boxing. Y'all subscribe to Just Do Boxing. And William says fighters are scared of challenging themselves. In this era, it just seems so. Let's see. William Oscar says he's just do everybody hollering at Just Do. And let me see. Let me go down. What's going on, Clyde? Jalen? Jalen says he says custom is always right. You know what I'm saying? I'm here for boxing. Says a loss can push you to another level or it will break you. Exactly. We've seen it so many times in boxing. JV says they are that way because they make a lot of money fighting scrubs. Mm-hmm. And what's going on, Zach B? He says Devin cry like everyone else. He said all they do is get on YouTube and cry. Just an aggressive cry. It's just
but you know what? Devin didn't cry though when he hopped on with us. He hopped online. He said, "Man, I woke up out my sleep because I heard." He said, "I heard y'all talking." He had the YouTube on, and he said, "I heard y'all talking. I woke up out my sleep to get online to answer this shit." He was like, "Man, I ain't scared of none of them niggas. They got to come see me." That's what he said, man. You know, so
the ego is real, but you know, you got to have an ego. You know what I'm saying? Boxing could be great, I think.
Hey, I want to bring something up. You was done reading, Paul?
I can catch it. Go ahead.
I was just about to say y'all was talking about that whole Bud situation when he was saying that why they can make them fight for them white boys but they can't do it for me. First of all, that's wrong. That's wrong because I think the white boy he was talking about was Canelo. That's what I'm thinking.
Nah. I said white boy. He called out man. He said Gary Russell and Lomachenko. They can get Deontay Wild.
Go ahead.
But see, the thing is, bro, these dudes willing to cooperate way more than Terence Crawford. Look at what Lomachenko just said. They said the fight. Some people said the fight done. Some people said it's not. But from what I did hear is that they said that Lomachenko is well aware that Devin Haney is the A side. He not asking to be the A side, and he not asking for more money than Devin Haney. That's something Terence Crawford was not willing to do for Errol Spence.
Now, when Terence Crawford was with Top Rank, ESPN and HBO, Did they not promote Tyson Fury and Lomachenko every time it was on for Bud Crawford?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not, bro. My thing is this here, bro. Bud Crawford chose to go to Top Rank the first time and the second time.
Yeah, he damn sure did.
So I'm not the type of person that's gonna sit up there and then, after you make a dumb decision, I'm not gonna sit there and coddle you like your mama after you did. Or you know what, they was wrong for what they did to you, baby. When you went back over there.
Yeah, and when everybody
again, nigga went over, they got fucked up again.
Yeah, when people say all the fights you want, they on the other side. Don't sign back because the fights you want, they them fighters sign to somebody else. You right about that. So if he was gonna feel the way about them not making the fight, he knew they weren't gonna do it from the first contract, let alone the second contract. But I was just playing devil's advocate because that's what he alluded to in his conversation. I'm like, I always thought that, you know what I'm saying, when he was with Top Rank, like, damn, every time it's time for Bud to fight, they promote Lomachenko or Tyson Fury. You know what I'm saying? And they keep on talking about this side of the street stuff. What the fuck going on? Why the hell they can't make a fight with Bud Crawford and, with another black fighter, with a PBC fighter? And then, the shit, time revealed itself. You know what I'm saying? When you fast forward to now, shit, it was time for him to handle his business and make the fight his damn self. And shit, he dropped the ball.
Hey, well, I heard back to back. He said,
I got about four man. Everybody on the time.
All right, my brother.
All right. Well, from what I heard, bro, all the PBC fighters that he claimed didn't want to fight him, he had an excuse why he didn't want to fight them. It wasn't the other way around. It was always some type of purse bid or this and that. It was never the other way around. So I don't understand how people get that twisted. Because if I'm not mistaken, he said Keith Thurman wanted too much, right? If I'm not mistaken, he said the same thing about.
Keith Thurman was acting.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, damn, my nigga, he asked for what you just took for your fight just now. What you mean he was asking for too much?
Right. And he had a name. Keith Thurman had a name. Keith Thurman got a name. It would have helped Bud out, but Bud was like, he turned that down.
Man, that dude, bro. I'm telling y'all, bro. Right now, we at the brink of something major, and I'm gonna be the first one to tell y'all. And a lot of y'all not gonna like to hear it. We at the point where because right now, for the last help me out if I'm wrong. With the last 2.5 years, we've been living in this clout era of boxing where you don't have to fight nobody. You just have to say that you can fight them, and your fans gonna swear by it. You know what I'm saying? I can't beat them, and my fans know I can, so that make it true. That's been going on for about 2.5 years. We on the brink of this shit about to be over with. Bud about to be gone.
Hey, listen, and tell them folk, put your ass in the ring with Hector Garcia and all that shit you were talking, beat the color out your hair. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. This the year of the upset too, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a bunch of clout chase, but it's the year of the upset too. And I think Terence Crawford was doing a whole bunch of clout chasing the past couple of years, and he seen all them upset that started this year. Oh, shit. And then how that boy come up off them ropes, bro, and beat the hell out that man. And then his stablemate did the same thing to in his rematch. That man didn't want none of that smoke, man. He didn't want to get upset.
Hey, who the biggest boxer? Who the biggest active boxer right now?
Usyk.
You said the biggest size-wise, or what you mean?
I'm talking about with fame. Who's the most famous boxer right now that's active?
They're whipping ass.
Deontay Wilder, probably. I mean,
even though Fury got the belt, Wilder's still the most famous nigga that, you know what I'm saying? He's still that
I'm gonna disagree.
Who that nigga?
And y'all gonna laugh, but listen to my explanation.
Go ahead.
He's trying to prepare niggas. It must be outlandish.
It's outlandish. Jake Paul.
Oh yeah, I already know Jake. Because the kids want to see Jake.
Exactly.
Want to see Jake, man.
And he do that fake stuff and all that. And these real boxers like, we ain't getting that same money Jake Paul doing. He wouldn't got a boxing license, and this dude coming over here and making millions of dollars. And we've been fighting the top people. No, so they started doing all that. And it was just
again. That's the fans' fault.
He He started off big.
But I'm saying that's the fans' fault too, bro. I told we live in this era where people would rather see a fight that's entertaining on some WWE shit than a good fight. Meaning that, okay, if you told fans you can watch Jake Paul fight this other crazy guy that you love to watch on this other show that makes you laugh, it's gonna be a spectacle, or you're gonna watch two high-level fighters have a high-level chess match for 12 rounds straight.
Well, man, I think it's this too. People want to see. They tired of seeing niggas fighting and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like watching white porn and shit. You don't even care about it no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They tired of seeing niggas fight. They want to see their own kind fight, you know, compete. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to see their own kind compete. That's why.
Boy, you better say it. Man, we been dominating the hell, and then man, them other folks make their own little league. You know.
That's why Jake Paul can get
correct in what he's saying, but you know.
I mean, it's like watching a unicorn fight. You know what I'm saying? He can contain himself in his own little world. He ain't got to fight nobody that can whip his ass, and he can go out there and be dominant. You know what I'm saying? For his folks, and you know, people want to see that. You know, they tired of seeing black folks dominate. You know what I'm saying? That's why they trying to change the rules and do showcase fights and stuff instead of sticking with the traditional boxing way of doing things. Because if you have to do it that way, it ain't gonna be nothing but nigga undisputed.
I agree.
There ain't gonna be nothing but niggas undisputed in every division, except for maybe up there where Better Beef. I think Better Beef can hold his own on going the traditional route.
What is he?
He's up there at 175 light heavyweight.
I know he 175. I'm talking about what is his nationality? He a Mexican?
Russian. I think he's a Russian or some shit.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? But it's very few. You know what I'm saying? White people that can withstand or Mexicans that can go the traditional route and win. You know what I'm saying? Without using.
If he Russian, that motherfucker gonna be tough.
Yeah, Russians say they ain't white. They don't like white people.
Yeah, they don't like white people.
I'm just saying, it's very few that can just go the traditional route and compete. You know what I'm saying? And those ones that can, they special. You know what I'm saying? Like Joe Kozlowski and motherfuckers with special hand speed. And, I ain't even going to say Triple G because he just came in when it wasn't over.
Kozlowski?
Yeah, he did. But he wouldn't face nobody until they got old and shit. You know, he wouldn't face nobody in their prime. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't fight Nigel Benn in his prime. He wouldn't fight none of those guys, Chris Eubanks in their prime. He stayed in his country, you know what I'm saying, until everybody got old and faded, and then he started challenging motherfuckers. So, so it's, so they, everybody been strategically moving, but at least they got some signature fights, you know what I'm saying? But don't wait till motherfuckers get old, you know what I'm saying, and come out your shell trying to want to smoke then once they done slowed down.
I think that's the era that week in boxing, though. Joe Calzaghe being undefeated, the Klitschko brother got the belts and won't come to America with shit. Like, it was just so boring,
Because they know motherfuckers, they just, they don't want to get exposed, bro. Now, Klitschko, he was real with it. Now, don't get me wrong. Calzaghe, he could fight, but he just didn't want to challenge himself, in his prime. But they pretend and they like to go with the narrative. That's what I don't like. I don't like the pretending shit. You know what I'm saying? Acting like these dudes were the baddest in the land and they didn't fight the baddest in the land. You know what I'm saying? Or you fight somebody past their prime. You know what I'm saying? And they got the name on the list, but that shit don't mean nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying? You fight prime for prime. When Sugar Ray Leonard and Marvin Hagler and Hearns fought, they was in their 20s, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Errol Spence and Terence Crawford would got it going on. They would have took that face of boxing because that's been a they would have outdid Jake Paul numbers. They would have outdid Jake Paul numbers. If them niggas would have got in the ring this year, man, they would have outdid Jake Paul numbers, man.
I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Because Jake Paul, he got that blonde hair and that motherfucker look like
then he putting them other boxers on, getting them paid, so they getting him, they pumping his name up, so they got those boxing fans.
And they look like that nigga look like Dawson
got
Creek.
The boys from USC following him too.
He doing what Jake Paul doing. What most of these boxers like. We watching them with their diamond chains and their Lamborghinis and fur coats and stuff. We watching them, but Jake Paul is actually putting his money in the game. He putting skin in the game.
But what it is, he got that Elvis, that complex. See, like see, America tired of looking at niggas, but when a white guy act like a nigga, like Elvis did, we went down to the shacks and got the black people dances and shit, and they never saw that shit before. They like it when white people act like black people.
But
You know
why
what I'm
don't my
saying?
nigga put on their own show? Niggas ain't putting on their own. I mean, I guess like I hate Terence Crawford making that move with David Albanesian, but you can kind of say he trying to put on their own show like Jake Paul doing. I guess. Maybe.
Well, I mean, I think Jake Paul he took Mayweather blueprint and he was the one that blew that shit up. Mayweather been trying to show people how to do the shit, and Jake Paul got up under Mayweather and he made it
out
work.
how to do
He
your
made
own
it work. Right.
Hey, y'all
I
know
mean,
how it even started, man. It's crazy how it started, bro. It was actually his brother Logan and KS1.
right.
Mhm.
And they was on, they YouTubers, so they was on YouTube. So he was like, man, let's have a boxing match. They was talking, and them two got in the ring, and bro, they was in, I don't know if it was Wembley Stadium or whatever it is in, but they was sold out. And Jake Paul was there, and he was looking at it. He was like, man, this
Yeah, I remember
big
that
when they
shit.
was talking about it. Bro,
Mhm.
since then, man, them cats took off, man.
Man, if I wasn't too old, nigga, I'd be calling out niggas. I'd be like, new media, let's go. God damn it.
That's why I say he started off on exhibition. It's hard for a nigga like Terence Crawford fight Avenesian. That to me, that's an exhibition fight. Like, dude, you ain't got enough stardom to fight exhibition matches. Like, ain't nothing wrong with it, but you ain't got enough stardom to do that shit yet, bro. You got to get. You think
they showed you there's money in it. You could definitely make some money.
Yeah.
You could definitely. They showed you could go from YouTube. Yeah, like, I think it was Boxing Voice that had Border Wars or some shit.
Yeah,
They had Border Wars where they had their people, actually competing. Some of their, some of their subscribers actually competing in the ring.
I watched a few of those. I remember that was Border Wars, yeah.
I don't know what happened. I guess they wanted to get away from the liability or something.
Nest don't got big. They got to open up that new studio. So they got big, man.
Shit, yeah. I think he done got too old for that shit.
Yeah, he said if he like earlier this year, he was like, if y'all want to see some more Border Wars, put I guess petition for him and stuff like that. Yeah,
He would have them come on and talk shit, you know what I'm saying? Talk about, hyping up the fight. I said that was pretty cool. That was a pretty cool little idea. I would love. That shit would get deadly and shit. Fucking around with us on these channels here, niggas be taking that shit to a whole nother level and shit.
But see,
we couldn't do that shit.
Y'all sat back and watched that shit. Bare knuckle fight. Y'all watched that shit.
Man, I only watched when Paulie got his ass whipped. After that, I don't know what the hell. Paulie went on there and got Falloon and shit. Like, bro, you can't talk about boxing no more, nigga.
I be watching Bare Knuckle kind of remind me of Tough Man and shit. I don't know. I guess I'm one of them motherfuckers that like, if I can't get no boxing man, no UFC, what going on? Soccer man, y'all niggas gonna swing on each other hockey? What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? I be wanting to see that shit.
Don't Paulie look like that motherfucker tell on you and shit. He'll go tell the teacher the shit you did and shit. You know what I'm saying? He just look like a damn snitch. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just don't like that nigga, man. It's like he just
look like the hall monitor. He look like the wrong kind of hall monitor too. They in the bathroom smoking. Motherfucker.
Exactly. Motherfucker, hey, they selling dope over there. You know what I'm saying? Go get them. Go get them and shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. What's going on, Levon Down? He's Gathers. How you say that? He says Gator. He says, fellas, you think Devin would stay at 135 for Tank? I say yes. Then why not Shakur? Well, I don't. I think he's having a hard time making that weight. I think he's gonna do himself a disservice if he had to face one of them dudes at that weight. You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna be at his full, best potential.
So you agree? You agree with Bill Haney then pull like fight Lomachenko and move up?
Yeah, he gonna have to because them dudes that's their natural shit. He done been there. You know what I'm saying? He's done that. So it's time for him to move up. Or he's gonna be killing himself. He's gonna be like Virgil Ortiz passing out and shit on the scales and shit. And
I believe all the niggas gonna see each other at 47.
Yeah, that's what I say. They got time, bro. These are super young guys. And let me see. Dungeon Talk says Spence can damn sure walk through Bud punches. I'm trying to tell y'all the shit is real because he haven't see people think they still measuring Bud by the competition he fought. You know what I'm saying? And he looks good. He looks superhuman. But see, he haven't fought a person like EJ. EJ let you know he gonna break your ass down, bro. He's coming for you. You know what I'm saying? And he's durable. We've seen him take shots in the ring. So he could walk through Bud. You know what I'm saying? He could walk through Bud. Can Bud knock him out? Possibly.
About Bud Crawford to me is the fact that when he do get knocked down or somebody knock the shit out of him, it's like he ain't feeling it or some shit. Like, nigga don't need no recovery time because he be on your ass when you hit him. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? I'm wrong with him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I said in the last stream, when Danny Garcia hit him in that corner, he hit EJ with a goddamn shot that was so hard, bro. You heard that shit off the camera, and EJ he just slid with Danny. He ain't even shake his head. I mean, he got caught with an uppercut, and he just kept it moving. Kept that pressure on Danny's ass. Danny kept trying to move back and forth laterally and shit. And I know he said, "Damn, I just hit this nigga with a good uppercut," and this motherfucker got like he ain't even feel it. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of shit breaks your will, bro. I know if I threw my best and I hit a nigga in the forehead or right in the mug and that motherfucker just looking at me like it's nothing, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit wasn't nothing. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's gonna affect your confidence.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, boy, you gonna start fighting like who that nigga that threw that man out? Who that was Montana Love threw the man out the ring and make you throw the nigga ass out the ring?
Montana's like, not today, nigga. You are not for to whip my ass like that, nigga. That nigga, he was like, hell, he felt that ass whipping coming. He was like,
Montana Love to flip that man out. Now, I get that to me, that's the bigger upset of the year. And y'all, I don't know, y'all can have y'all pick, but that to me, that one right there, shit. Oh, the floor hollering behind that shit, man.
Yada 10 says, Bud ain't fighting nobody. He said that's a dog. He said Tank a pit bull. And he comes back. Yada 10 says, he says that's why I respect you guys' channel. He said, y'all give it raw, uncut and on Bud and his staying fans. And William Old School says, Bud ain't gonna fight anyone who can fight back. Exactly. He says Bud only want easy targets because he isn't confident in any real challenge. See, William, he be on that shit, man. Let's see. Let me go down. Right. Let me see. Dungeon Talk says so he didn't start talking kids. He didn't start talking kids until Spence. Okay. He says I'm telling you, Bud knew for sure he wasn't fighting Spence after watching that severe beating the Ugas receiver. And see, that seems to be the ongoing understanding because see, he kind of cool on EJ now. Before like he talking that shit about Jamel now because he know he ain't gonna be able to fight Jamel. He know he got mandatories. He know he got a lot of shit around him. So no, yeah. So when Brian Custer asked him, you know what I'm saying, what about Jamel? I beat his ass. I was like, see that old fuck ass shit right there, man. I said, see, that's what people talking about, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's how people know you ain't shit right there. Cause you know you ain't gonna fight that man. So don't go to talking all that kind of shit like you could beat him when you know the fight's not possible. Keeping it real says he says Tank can fight Devin at 140 and Ryan both fought at 140. Let me see.
Hey, what's up, mama?
What's up? Go ahead, bro. T Worth says, what's good? William Osco says, poor counter. He said it was never about the money. He said Bud only went into a fake negotiation to keep his fans happy and off his ass. He said he has no intention of fighting Spence from the beginning. Yeah, we believe that. That's what we believe too. You know what I'm saying? This nigga never had he never thought about going up in there, man. And William Osco says a while back, he said if Bud really wanted all the smoke, he could have signed with the PBC and he would have been able to fight anyone. He said instead, Bud resigned with Bob. Make that make sense. Exactly. Oh, yeah. Shit. Shit. You just regurgitating the whole live streams that we've been having, bro. It's like this nigga. You know what I'm saying? We know he never wanted that fight, bro. You tell me he never had a plain B. Y'all seen that shit on the tweet? This
Yeah,
nigga said not playing, plain. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Said Dungeon Talk. Dungeon Talk says, he said Dungeon Talk. I've been saying that Bud was never going to fight Spence ever since he resigned. Yeah, but me too. I was on that shit too from back then. But I didn't want to believe it though. I didn't want to believe it, William Old School. I didn't want to believe it. What's going on, Renee Box Young? Y'all subscribe to Renee Box Young. You know what I'm saying? He has great content, man. You know what I'm saying? Great boxing discussions over there, man. And G5, y'all subscribe to G5. You know what I'm saying? The winning team, and Just Do Boxing and all those guys, Skywalker Boxing and all them guys over there. Great, great content, man. Let's see. I know when I hit the road, I'm gonna be back on G5 early screen. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I'll be driving all morning. Let me see. Let me see. William. Let me see. Renee says, "Hey, where's the source?" He says, "Where's the source of what I'm hearing that Tank wants to fight Bud? Is that true?" And so Tank be popping off and shit. You know what I'm saying? He said he want to get Bud up out of here. I forgot where I saw that at. Yeah, he told me he want to get him out of here. And
I had seen it. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to remember. Damn, if you would have
yeah,
put it. I went through my Rolodex in my mind to see where I seen. I've been seeing it on a few channels though. It's on a few channels though. Few
one thing
cats
about it, Tank do not respect that nigga.
Yeah, he want. It seems like he wants to smoke with Bud Crawford. But see, that's what I'm saying. So Bud got these little options out here. Pull counter.
Uh-huh.
Do he retire or do he entertain those little options like Tank Davis? You know what I'm saying?
Well, look how he been moving.
Man, Spence knock out Bud, he gonna retire.
He may not even fight. He
That's what I'm saying.
He probably don't, you know what I'm saying, the negotiating and all that shit, he probably don't blew that chain like cause the way he went about this shit, he treated Al Heyman on like some peon, like them some nobody ass niggas. Like he probably don't blew that shit.
Yeah, Fanon did like a compilation of how many times this dude said he ain't gonna fight Errol Spence Jr. It's never gonna happen. It lets you know this nigga ain't trying to fight Spence, bro. And for us, it's hard for us because we're pure boxing fans and we just love that matchup. And it's just hard to believe that we have a dude who's supposed to be pound for pound number one that's gonna duck out. You know what I'm saying? Like this, who's gonna go out like this? It's just hard to believe. You know what I'm saying? It's just hard. Mm-hmm.
I didn't mean to cut you off, but bro, if you saying that, so in you brothers' eyes, who could Bud fight to redeem himself in your eyes? I think I got an idea for myself. And what's the brother name that the white boy that Jamil just fought when he came undisputed? I can't remember his name.
Braxton.
You talking about Castano? Yeah.
Yeah, Castano. To me, for him to redeem himself, for Bud to redeem himself to me, and he talking about he want to go to 154, like you say, you ain't gonna get that PBC fight with him, with Jamil, because you ain't fight Spence. I think he got to fight Castano.
Yeah, he got to fight.
He can handle him at 154.
Harrison, God dang, Gabe Rosado, he got to fight. And one of them folks up there, he got to get it in. With them, man, there's some fucking punishment out there. 54 for him. He don't want to do that shit. He just pump fake. Like I
to the no.
Playing like, man, I've been watching boxing a long time. I know what a nigga playing. He playing. He ain't trying to go up there. He gonna stop at 47, let it by the state. He already got slow feet at 47. He gonna be his feet gonna be even slower at 54.
Mm-hmm.
Let
me get the super chat. Let me get the super chat. Thanks for that $5 super chat. I'm here for boxing. Appreciate that $5 super chat. He says Spence been getting hit with he said Spence been getting hit by big welterweights. He's not going to be affected by Bud's shots. He said Bud is in for a rude awakening. I think so too. You know, I think Spence already big for the division. Only Jerome Booth. I think the person who can give EJ a good run is probably Jerron Boots Ennis, because of his size and his strength. I think Bud is just naturally too small, what I'm saying, to give EJ any kind of, problems in the ring. Plus his style gonna give Bud all kind of problems. He's just too old. He don't wait it, missed the spot. If he had a chance, maybe when he was younger, what I'm saying, right now, I just think he's on the wrong side of 30. What I'm saying? He's just on the wrong side of 30. So, let me give you Elijah. Elijah says, Roy Jones, Tarver, Mike Tyson. He says, Holyfield, James Toney, Tim Bradley. He says, Bernard Hopkins, Andre Berto, Andre Ward, Mayweather picked Crawford to win. I don't believe it. I was like, yeah, nobody believe that shit, bro. It's JV says Bud versus Tank is Bud versus Camboa. He says the difference is Tank, KO, and Bud. hmm Yeah, because Gamboa, even though he had power, he just didn't have that same kind of explosiveness. Well, he did actually, because he was beating Bud to the punch. He just faded. He just ran into something. What I'm saying, got hurt, couldn't recover. Schizo Paul says, he says exactly. He says Crawford hasn't faced anyone on Javante Davis level. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And Bodywork Boxing says salute pull counter boxing. What's going on, bro? And Christian G says Boots, EJ Mill, anybody else a duck from Bud. And Christian G, what's going on, my brother? Again, comes back and said if Bud had his choice, Josh Taylor or AB. I mean, I don't know if he want that Josh Taylor smoke. To tell you the truth, that's a hard fight. Chicken Talk says he got to fight Spence to redeem himself. Nothing else will suffice. And true. Renee Box Young says Castano would give Bud that work. Yeah, he would. Man, Castano ain't nothing nice, bro. That nigga nasty in there, man. You know what I'm saying? Tremaine Smith says, he says standards for society as a whole has declined. He says boxing is just another microcosm. He says Crawford can masquerade as pound for pound best because media perpetuating a fraud, and boxing fans support the fraud show. Yeah, that's exactly that's right on point. Elijah says, yeah, he says Bud messed up Stanionis 16-0, Virgil Ortiz 19-0, Boots 29-0. Crawford messed up. Yep. I mean, he's getting out the loop because his time is passing him by, and he's fighting David Avanesian, who shouldn't be in the ring with him. So he's really messing up his legacy. Renee, absolutely, bro. He says, Renee says, he says, I feel Bud retire soon. Me too. He may, like you say, he may retire after this fight. What's going on, Charles Young? I dropped the link just in case you want to pop up here. He says, Crawford said that the head fudge companies knew who Al was, so why didn't they call Al? They treating Bud like a foot soldier. And what?
They made Bud that, hey man, go on Ted, go on call your man, tell him goddamn what happened. Al like, man, I don't talk to them nigga, man. I don't even know who are the people. All you had to do was tell Al who the people were, man. You shouldn't even mention that shit.
Well, it's like make it make sense, say if you got a deal, you know what I'm saying, and somebody come to you and say, well, I want to put some money with your money, why would I do that, bro? You know what I'm saying? This is my deal. I mean, what are you talking about? You got $50 million, y'all can split. Bro, I'm not gonna lose control of this fight. You know what I'm saying? For you to put your money with mine so you can get some money. For what?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It just don't make no sense. They keep talking about I mean, the PBC ain't gonna do that. Al Heyman ain't gonna do that. It don't make no sense for them to try to share money. All promoters try to keep money in house. So I don't know what these.
And then think about all the people that's already that put their bid in years ago. They said, "Hey man, hey Al, y'all get ready to put their fight in, man. I want, you know what I'm saying? I got 20 million on it. You know what I'm saying? These folk probably been put some, the play probably been made for that shit, man. Al ain't finna fuck up that play."
Right,
and around no Bud Crawford.
Right. It's like, and then what? I mean, how is it going to be a fighter that's trying to make a deal? You know,
And Daniel Mechanic, that's who the that name was. Talking about, and somebody on the contract I wasn't fooling with. Who is that person? Who is that mystery person?
Tell me they know your name and shit. Like, bro, that's already unprofessional. Get your ass up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, they know you, somebody who knows you through a friend, nigga. They give him a call. You know what I'm saying? Like, get out of here, bro. You know what I'm saying? William Old School says, go back and watch Bud's fights years ago, and he watched Bud last few fights. He said you could see the decline. Yeah, we see it. That's why we talk about it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, you know, of course, I'm like everybody else. I be watching film. I go back and just looking for little things, seeing how he move, if he's shuffling, you know what I'm saying, all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? And he ain't moving the same, bro. He ain't got the same stride in his step. You know what I'm saying? So I'm here for boxing says I think Bud should go after Charlo because Charlo would knock him clean out. That's better than fighting Spence and becoming a broken up man, a broken up man. Yeah, that's true. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't gonna be able to get to Charlo without fighting EJ. But I know what you're saying. Um, Schizo Paul says he says Bud has been always he said, okay, Bud has always held a dear dream of retiring undefeated like Floyd, and said, and he's gonna fulfill his dream at the fans' expense. Yeah, that's exactly what he's gonna do. You know, because he already know he don't want that smoke. Oh, this is gonna be one of those big fights that didn't happen. And if you don't go sit your ass down, Elijah says, I see what you're saying. He said we can't believe it if Bud not fighting Spence, right? He said, see what you're saying? We can't believe it if Bud's not fighting Spence. Believe what? What you saying? Let me see what he said last time. This is Martin, we're in trouble. Let me see. You have to rephrase that, bro. He says, please don't give these Bud pussy punk ass fans an age excuse for Bud left out loud. He says, Bud just just hate Porter. Oh, no, Bud just what? Heat Porter last year. So if Errol beats him, it's a great win. He says, no, please don't get these punk ass excuse for said, but Bud just heat Porter last year. Oh, he just beat Porter. I guess he said Bud just beat Porter last year. So if Bud beats him, it's a great win. You know what I'm saying? Well, you know,
If you go
I,
by that triangle theory, you know what I'm saying? I don't even be looking at that little theory like that. My thing is, Terence Crawford got a certain skill set, and Errol Spence Jr. got a certain skill set. Yeah, I can't you see Errol Spence what he'll do to a person that try to match his skill set. He get turned into a whole nother, you know what I'm saying? Maybe he got just his fundamentals just go even more superb or whatever, and then Bud just go crazy. However you people want to look at it, you know what I'm saying? I think both of those guys
oh,
are elite. You know what I'm saying? And those are the people you should fight, not no damn David Avenese, not no Leonard Bundu. I think that's on to me. That's the only hiccup on Errol Spence resume to me because that was like an in between fight. You know what I'm saying? That was like a tune up to me for Errol Spence. The Leonard Bundu fight, everything else been a good challenge. Bud Crawford just ain't. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. At 135, he was nice, you know what I'm saying, when he was dread hair, but you know what I'm saying, at 140, you know what
hmm
I'm saying, he became the man, but 147, shit. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's time for him to, you know what I'm saying, get ready to hang up them gloves, man. Because we shouldn't be talking about dude like how we talking about him right now. We should be still respect him as a champion. We looking at that nigga like, what the fuck he doing? Like, move out the way, bro. You in the other dude's way. Held up Spence from fight. Spence could have found somebody else to fight. Think about all the other people that was sitting around waiting. Then they could have made some type of shit happen for themselves, Paul, that said,
hmm
you know what, we gon' create our fight based around what these guys plan on doing. If they gonna do it at the Barclay, they gonna do it in Vegas. We gonna base our shit around. So I think the whole shit fucked up, and like when man said the question he asked earlier, what can help redeem Bud? Shit, he got an uphill battle, man. You know what I'm saying? He got an uphill battle because you don't do the people, the people that are responsible for putting on these big old bouts, do them how you don't do that kind of shit, man. You don't do that kind of stuff, and them folks show you how rich they is. They ain't got to kiss your ass for nothing. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, and you don't fight once a year, and then you know what I'm saying. It come time for you to fight again, and you fuck it up. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? You know, it's like they already don't fight enough, so you know it's just kind of crazy. You know, it's just kind of crazy. That you
last time
know.
they fought twice a year. Back
Hey,
in
but
Mm-hmm,
2015.
Leonard Bundu was a good fight, bro.
mm-hmm.
You got to see when he fought
It's
Bundu,
been
bro.
a minute though. What's going on?
What's
Yeah,
up,
Little
bro?
Bundle was a cool fight. I'm just saying this for
Brother,
EJ. For EJ. EJ made it look like a tune-up.
I
He
know,
had his
but
ass
Leonard
spinning like
Bundu,
Frogger leg.
no, but that was his step-up fight. Leonard Bundu was the best person he's fought since then, and he fought Leonard Bundu. That got him to fight with Kell Brook. If he didn't fight that fight with Leonard Bundu, he wasn't
You
gonna get
going
that
out?
Kell Brook.
I mean, maybe it's my internet.
I said he
I
had to fight.
heard you. Yep, I heard.
Oh, that was his internet. But yeah, he had to fight Leonard Bundu. Leonard Bundu was a former champ. That's who Keith Thurman struggled with. Keith Thurman struggled with Bundu. Earl got rid of him and then got a championship fight right behind him.
But you remember the narrative though, right? When Floyd Mayweather was like, if you could beat Errol Spence, he told Keith Thurman, if you could beat
Then I'll
Errol
fight
Spence,
you. Yeah.
if you could beat Errol Spence, then I'll give you a fight.
But
Then
Keith
Keith
Thurman,
Thurman started talking about some, well,
they trying to
Errol
put me in
Spence
a
need to beat Leonard Bundu. You know what I'm saying? And Errol
no,
Spence
but
was like, why I got to fight Leonard Bundu?
Keith Thurman talking about y'all trying to put me in the okie doke.
Right.
That's because I did the video on it because
Yeah.
Thurman
He
wasn't
said,
trying to do that.
y'all trying to put me in an okie doke. And Earl Spence like, why I got to fight Leonard Bundu? I'm like, damn. So, but
Yeah,
Earl,
he had to fight Leonard Bundu so he could get Kell Brook.
mm-hmm.
And
Earl
so
walked that fucking ladder. He walked up that motherfucking hill,
yeah,
man.
so he fought Leonard Bundu, then he fought Kell Brook.
Mm-hmm.
Then he fought Carlos. I mean, he fought Lamont Peterson, Carlos Ocampo. Then he fought Mikey Garcia, Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, and Udanis Ugas. He fought straight killers after that. After he beat was starting with Leonard Bundu. Earl fought straight killers. He fought Bundu, then Brooks. Bundu, then Brooks. Then he fought Peterson. Then he fought Ocampo. Then he fought Garcia, Mikey. Then he fought Porter. Then he fought Garcia Danny. Then he fought Ugas. That's a hell of a damn 8-fight streak right there, bro. That's 8 fights right there. I don't know nobody else that got a harder resume for 8 fights, except for maybe Charlo just about, but Earl ain't tripping fall.
I think Jamel made it hard on this. Well, I don't know, cause Tony Harrison got on his ass that first fight though. So
They had to punish Jamel. They had to see that the higher ups had to show Jamel that he was still a nigga, dog. That's all. You know, remember they was doing all that loud talking and everything? They had to quiet Jamel down. And when they they had to quiet the Charlos down. So they quiet Jamel, and Jamal saw what happened. So Jamal, he got quiet too. Because you remember they was acting too loud and boisterous. You know, the higher up had to let them know who was in charge of everything. And they did it. And now you see Jamel a lot more humble. Both of them. At first, you couldn't tell them boys nothing.
Yeah. Well, you still can't tell Jamel now. You still can't tell Charlotte that.
I'm saying
That young
Jamel ain't like he was. He ain't like he was.
That young nigga be talking shit, man. Hey, I fuck with that little dude though, man. Like he to me, Jamel Charlo is the last of the Roy Jones, Muhammad Ali, Floyd Mayweather type boxers that's gonna talk shit about, because he talks shit about fighting. He don't really talk shit about
Earl do it.
Personal stuff.
Earl will do that shit too.
But talk stuff about fighting.
Yeah, Errol
Mm-hmm.
now.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
lot of these other folks be talking about like when I watched Jamel get into his personal stuff was he got to fix up his grandmama house and shit like that. I'm like, oh, it's just a regular nigga. The only time he pop his shit is when it's about fighting. I'm like, I like that kind of, you know what I'm saying? Other than
Mm-hmm.
he humble in other places in life, but when it comes to fighting shit, that man ain't humble worth a damn. He want to fight.
I watched that Southern
Mm-hmm.
T video.
Let me see. Marvin Banks says butt may be stuck. He says he probably thought Spence was going up to 154 instead of waiting around. He said if Crawford ducks again, his own fans are going to turn against him. And
something cool. I watched that Southern T video. I think Crawford gonna fight Earl this time
okay, and
around.
I can't even hear him. This
Okay.
is yeah.
You might have to go out and come back in up because he couldn't hear you. He said he was talking about a Southern T video pull.
Oh,
Mhm.
what I was saying was, I said I seen that Southern T video, right? I think Crawford might fight Earl this time around.
I
Right?
can't even hear him.
He can't hear you. He can't hear you up echelon. You got to go out and come back in.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you clear. Pull counter.
That's his internet. That's his internet then.
That's your internet doing that pull counter. Yeah. So pull counter may not know how to do this, like take itself off and bring itself back.
Let me
But
see. Let's see.
don't if you don't know how to do it, don't play around with it because it's like you got to take yourself off the show and then bring yourself back on the show.
He's done it before. He got kicked off before. But yeah, what I was saying though, I think Crawford might fight this time because I watched Southern T video.
Yeah, I damn sure don't know how to do it. Let's see.
And on Southern T video, I seen how Bo Mack and them been shitting Crawford out of millions of dollars. That's why Crawford was so hesitant and trying to make sure everything's done because that's why he said he can't trust the people around him. So see, Crawford trying to make sure he know where every penny at because they took Crawford for millions.
Yeah. So but see, Pull can't even respond to that because he can't hear you. So you may have to go out and come back in. What he was saying, Pull counter was he watched the Southern T video and he said he believed that Bud Crawford's gonna fight Terence Crawford this time around because what happened with as far as the finances and stuff go, and how they was taking some of the finances away from Terence Crawford, So hopefully when he come back up, he can say it a lot better. But that's what he was talking about, watching the Southern T video.
Okay, I just went out and came back in.
Can you hear me now, Pool?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right, so yeah, he can repeat himself, but he was talking about you left off that Southern T video. There you go.
What I said was, I think Crawford will make this fight with Spence now. I see why he was having all them problems trying to figure out what everything was after I watched that Southern T video. Because them boys took Crawford for a loop. They raped him without Vaseline, pardon my French, bro. But they sat there and took everything from Crawford, man. They've been taking off the top for years. Like Bo Mack and the other guy, they've been scamming Crawford every check that he been getting. That's I see why. I remember I told y'all Crawford fell out with Bo Mack.
Echelon. Do you remember the end of the Sean Porter fight when they going? You know how they had the camera walk you to the they walk you back to your tour bus and you know what I'm saying how you come. Did you see the whole Crawford family, even Bo Mack fat ass, try to get in that one little bit of limousine?
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I know they can afford more than that one little bit ass limousine. And this man, Bo Mack talking about I'm gonna sit up front. Like, nigga, you gonna sit up front? Y'all ain't got no other type of transportation. I know y'all got more money than that, man.
But you know, Crawford a thrifty individual though. He don't like the
thrifty.
He a thrifty individual. He don't like to spend money. But now we see how much money's been getting stolen from that man. Like, out of all them fights and deals that Bo Mack was brokering from him, he had been robbing Crawford blind. And what's crazy about the situation is that's why Jamel Herring got kicked out the camp, because he no longer wanted Bo Mack to be his manager over his finances. He just wanted Bo Mack to be his trainer. And Bo Mack turned around and got mad as hell when he found out that dude had somebody else managing his money.
Damn.
remember that? Y'all remember when he kicked Jamil Herring?
You know what? I ain't know that, but in that Shakur at the end of the Shakur fight, the look of, I mean, just the whole run up, the whole way up to it, the whole look on his face seemed like, you know what I'm saying? He was done with that count. He was pretty much done with that count, you know.
Yeah, but this was like a month later. This was like a month or two later when he found out that dude signed with somebody else for a manager contract. Bomac, you didn't see Bomac, he was like, man, you gonna sit there and go behind my back? I mean, it's a video out. He said, you gonna go behind my back and sign with somebody else? He said, you should have came to me first. You should have came to me.
That would be Bo said?
Yeah, Bomac was going at him on the video. And he was like, you should have came to me first. But for you want to go behind my back and sign a manager deal with somebody else, he was like, we don't even need you in this camp no more. He said, get out of this camp. And kicked him out the camp. They had these fight hype and everything, bro. Like they showed, like Bomac kicked him out the camp.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, if niggas was really rich after they fight, man, these folk wouldn't even be handling them like that, man. But these promoters and managers and stuff would not be handling these cats like that.
But you know, after that damn fight, first off, you paying taxes. Say like you win a 1.5 million on a fight, right?
Mm-hmm.
200,000 of that going for taxes off the gate before you even touch it. 200,000
right?
They about to get you 200,000 for tax. Plus, you're gonna get taxed at the end of the year for it too. But whenever you get a windfall or money of a great sum, the government takes their tax out of it first, and then you know you're gonna have to pay taxes on it later as well. But you know, 200,000 coming off of tax. Then you know you got to pay your fees, your managers, your trainers, and everything right there. Your promoter, he gets his percentage. So Bomac was getting his manager percentage and his trainer percentage out of that shit. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So you done paid your sparring partners. You done paid for your training,
nutritionist.
Yeah. So out of
that, hey, them hotels ain't cheap, people.
Yeah, but hold on. But some people they train in a facility, you know. But
the facility going to hit your head with an upcharge.
Yeah, I'm about to tell you though. Most people, if they sat there and won 1.5, they probably walk away with about 750, maybe 800,000 off 1.5.
Right.
Yeah, they damn near half their shit gone.
The boy, Teofimo Lopez say he spent $250,000 on this training camp and got his ass whooped against George
Kambosos, after Kambosos lost that first fight, when he got his check, he fired his whole team. He fired everybody, and they
suing his ass.
Yeah,
they suing his ass like, nigga, what the fuck? What kind of move is that? Like, I don't understand that move right there up echelon. These cats help you get to a certain place in life, and when you get to this certain place in life, you fire them, man. That's some sucker shit right there, man.
That's you know, they have no loyalty, man.
Yeah, once they see they can't skim off the top, once they see they can't use you no more, once you get hip to the game, you ain't no use no more.
Nah, we talking about Kambosos. What he did was some fuck shit.
Because he did some fuck shit. Don't talk about these folks wasn't doing him like that.
Wait a minute. What Kambosos do? You talking about?
He got that check for fighting Devin. You know, he got that big check for fighting Devin.
Right.
When he got that big ass check for fighting Devin, he fired his whole team.
And didn't
pay him.
Wow. Wow. That's like Triple G once he got that third Canelo fight. He put Abel Sanchez. He tossed his ass to the side, bro.
But that's like Andy Fat Ass Ruiz.
Why these folks do that kind of shit? Man, I don't understand that, man.
Bro, because
somebody help you get to change your life, and you want to be like that.
When they they forget who got them there. But
let me get this super chat up. I've been sitting here for a second. He says, "I'm here for boxing. Thank you for that $5 super chat, my brother." He says, "Maybe refreshing the super chat and we'll help with the donation. I appreciate that, bro. I really do. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah, but Andy Ruiz fat ass, he used to sleep on the nigga couch, my nigga. Like, nigga, he didn't have nowhere to go. This dude letting him sleep on his couch and every damn thing. Soon as he win that damn $7 million for fighting Joshua, he done fired the man and everything. They acting brand new. They had to fight. They had the motherfucking fight and shit, right? When they was at the motherfucking fight and shit, he got a damn security. This nigga walking around with security. You got people like Spence and everybody at the damn fight. And he went to go watch the fight too, but he the only nigga in there with security. Like, nigga, you don't nobody know who the fuck you is.
Right.
You got
Hey,
paid security and everything, bro. Like, nigga.
that nigga fired that team. I'm
Hey,
like,
that's
what
the
the
whole
fuck
point.
wrong
If you got security, you must be somebody. Hey, if you got security
Yeah,
around you,
like,
you must be somebody, right? Everybody like, who's that dude with all them dudes
with
around
and
him?
he fat ass gained some more weight.
yeah.
And he gained more weight.
He ended up gaining, he was over 300 pounds before that fight. You fired your trainer and then you got up to 300 and some pounds and got your ass whipped by AJ.
That was sad, man. That's the worst.
You know what they
That's
was
the
doing
worst
to him
bad.
though? They were
See,
sending Andy Ruiz. They said that they sent him a large piece. They were sending him 3 large pieces every day without him even asking for it. While he was over there in Saudi Arabia, they said motherfuckers was donating him large pieces. And Andy Ruiz said he couldn't even help it. He said every time the pieces came, he kept them and said it was eating the motherfuckers. And they did that shit on purpose. They did that shit on purpose because they knew Andy had tell you he has a problem with eating.
Yep.
And when damn motherfucking AJ hit that nigga the first time in the gut, yeah, that nigga passed gas in that ring with motherfuckers around the ring smelt that shit. He knocked the heart out that fat ass, man.
Wilson Henry says Bo Max was getting them good ribs to throw on the grills, skimming that money from Bud. And then Bowley, I think what's the name wanted to know how to get your channel. It's Upper Echelon. You can just put in Upper Echelon, you should be able to get to his channel. Bowley says probably because he knew he would beat Haney. And Bodyworth says he says Daniel Jacob did it too. Yeah, man. It's crazy, man. Once they start touching the little bread, man, you see that real nigga come out, man.
That show
You know
that
what I'm
show that you ain't never shit, dog. That show you ain't never shit, and you don't deserve to be good because hell, soon as you get to somebody that can help you, you just gonna damn motherfucking do them dirty.
and that's why Don King be doing the shit he do. Or was doing the shit he did. I mean, cause he like, man, as soon as these folks get to a certain place, man, they gonna cut me out, man. So shit, let me get what I can get.
Shit, motherfucker, get to give you that blank contract, nigga. That's why these niggas get them blank contracts and shit when they post. And shit, Don King coming there, ain't shit on it. Just sign your name, nigga. I fill it in.
Cool. Tell him I put my link in the chat. I just put it in there.
Floyd Mayweather said he was like tired of getting cats money up front, man. Like getting them folk money up front and they losing and shit. And then he get at this place he in now. You know what I'm saying? Nigga was like he the worst person to sign to.
Oh, he said it was a great perspective on Charlo's. He says that loud mouth. He said that loud mouthing got him humble. He said he came back strong though. Look, he said great look on that. Thanks. Say yeah. He that's true. But one thing about Charlo is he can back that shit up though.
Oh
You know what I'm saying? He talk a lot of shit, but you know what I'm saying? Once he focuses, get his ass focused. He a hell of a fighter. One hell of a damn fighter.
Your boy still talking shit to Progress. Adrian
yeah, I saw that shit. I saw Progress told him, he said, what he talking about? T.O. talking that shit to him? He said, man, I hurt people, man. I like to hurt people. I was like, I thought that shit was funny as hell, man. Could you imagine what T.O. getting in the ring with Regis Progress, man?
Hey, listen, the man up there now. He might have well go ahead and start talking that get prepared.
Well, I don't think he
beat the hell out of him.
Man, he would beat the shit out of Theo, bro. Regis would beat especially right now. He's fighting some of his best fight. He's doing some of his best fighting right now. The way he broke down Cepeda was beautiful, bro.
So
It's a beautiful.
what T.O. gonna do at 4? What T.O. gonna do at 4 to just look around? He got to fight somebody up there.
Got to.
He got to get it on.
He's fighting Sandor Martin, right?
Yeah, on the 10th.
Yeah, he's fighting Sandor Martin.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, after that, shit, he gonna have to wait for. I think Devin won him. After he fight Lomachenko, he won him. I mean, I wonder if he would face Devin. That's a good little backstory. That fight should do pretty well. You know what I'm saying? Up at 140, that'd be a good fight for him.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I don't see him fucking with no Russell or none of them boys. You know what I'm saying? I don't see him. Josh Taylor. I know he called out Josh Taylor at one point in time, but Josh Taylor's. I don't think he's ready for Josh Taylor. What's going on, T_20? I see you out there, my brother. He says, Emmanuel Joseph Bain says Triple G cut off Abel before that's what I said, paydays, and Danny Jacob cut off Roser before Canelo fight. He said fighters move funny before they get the big bag. Of course.
Yeah. And then they end up losing because that's karma. That's karma right here, bro. Like
come out of nowhere on their ass.
Now I see if you with somebody and they training not taking you to the next level. Like AJ, he got rid of his damn trainer after the damn 2 losses. Like, man, this just ain't working. But see, they been told AJ he need to come to the States and get him a good trainer.
Mm-hmm.
And see, these British people come over here getting trainers, but they're not even getting the best ones.
Mm-hmm. And they got it. They always come to America to get the best trainers. Get them old timey trainers and stuff with the little bent hats.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah. See that's why Tyson Fury had to go back to Crump. Shit, like, man, we go back to the original shit, man. The original people that got to do this shit.
Tyson Fury was over here getting that work. Jared Anderson beat the shit out of him in sparring.
Mm-hmm.
They said little Jared Anderson was hitting Tyson with combos and was beating him from pillar to post. And they said Tyson was like, "Hey, I got to go back across the water." He had to go back and get his crump juice. See,
that's why that fight was postponed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he had no COVID, man.
He said, "I got to get some cycling," because even F.A. Ajaba, the F.A. Ajaba fucked up because F.A. Ajaba, and they asked F.A. Ajaba, he didn't know shit about Corona. Because they was trying to say they had Corona and shit. That's what Tyson was saying.
Joseph Parker,
yeah.
so you know what I'm saying? They were all right there. Mm-hmm.
But damn, Tyson Fury had Joseph Parker and F.A. Ajaba for his training camp. That's a legendary training camp, ain't it?
Mm-hmm. Just a winning team.
Yeah, but he told them like they were supposed to go along with they didn't get the memo. Because when they was asked, they was like, "Nah, we ain't got COVID." What it was, that nigga done got his ass pieced up by that little young boy, and he like, "Hold up, I gotta go crunk up. I gotta go crunk back 8." You know, he had to get back on this. He had to get back on his cycle.
I knew he was gonna run back over there. I knew he had to make it back because his daddy was screaming and crying back then. I don't like this. They're gonna try to cheat my son. They always projecting. They always projecting. So we gotta. I said he's gonna try to run his ass. Especially when I heard he got his ass whipped and sparring. I knew he was gonna run his ass back to.
I'm the best heavyweight in the world now. I mean, he can say that because he beat the pound lineal champ.
But but Tyson Fury ain't shit without andronome or nandronome or whatever that. He ain't no good without that shit.
That nasaline shit. Yeah, because you see
he ain't no good without that shit.
Hell nah, because you see Tyson Fury in the damn 11th and 12th round, that nigga still be bouncing around like the fight just started. They got that nigga on some meth.
I think they be putting some smelling sauce in their water, man. They be doing that
nigga be drinking meth in that water.
Like, Jesus, man. That damn Deontay Wilder knocked his ass out. That nigga bounced up like, Jim, like, what the hell happened to that nigga was dead? The fuck?
I know how
we need to give. We need to
They be
hook
putting
up David Avenesian with Tyson Fury. You know, he need to get that Tyson Fury juice. You know what I'm saying? You know,
that
I
shit
want to
still
see.
up him, man.
Man, for some reason, I don't even think he needs it. I think he gonna walk through, Bud. I think this may be the upset of the year, man.
That shit ain't
Man,
about,
if
bro.
that happened right there,
And
that'd be
Lamont Peterson beat David Avenesian from pillar to post, man.
shit. That'd be on the level of Andy Ruiz beating AJ, nigga. That'd be on
This
some
shit,
shit like that.
man, Bud gotta be one-legged and goddamn half sleeping drug before that man can beat him, bro. And I'm not even a Crawford fan no more. But Avenesian, that nigga is garbage. Lamont Peterson beat the shit out that man, bro.
Hey, I went and looked at that nigga do that little rope thing on the ground and shit. That nigga, I was like, no, bro, no. Nah, that shit. This nigga here's gonna get fucked up, bro. He was trying to do the little leg. You know how they step in and step out, step in, step out on the little rope thing.
Oh yeah.
I was like, and I was like, no, nigga, nah.
All you gotta do is go look at him versus Lamont Peterson. You gonna be like, oh man, this who Crawford fighting,
man.
But that shit look like a glorified sparring match, man. That shit looked like a man. Lamont Peterson cruised the whole fight. It looked like a glorified sparring match. It was worse than Cambosa's ain't he won.
Dang.
But if that nigga going there swinging for the fences and can't Bud motherfucking ass. Hey man, it is where it is. Fight,
Bud gonna look at him because he caught Lamont Peterson with 3 of them. And Lamont
and then the nigga ain't gonna have Bomac in that corner.
Man, he just need to work Bud body, man. Work the body.
It's just crazy how you can say David Avenesian is a dangerous fight. You know what I'm saying? With a straight face, nigga. I was like, man, what is he talking
6 human beings straight.
6 damn bartenders. He been on a bartender cab driver tour.
But what do you do to a man, another grown man, right? That just been knocking out he just been knocking out grown men like he done got a spot on that he honed in on that's been dropping other grown men, and he been perfecting this one little spot. He may got his other skills may be fucked up, but he got this skill that he can time a certain button. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to prepare for that shit. You can't take that shit lightly. Like this nigga done knocked out 6 grown men straight, and he how long he been a professional boxer? Like you got 30 fights in or some shit like that.
Okay, Zerto Ramirez was 44-0 with 30 knockouts. He had 15 straight knockouts and got destroyed by Bivol.
Yeah.
And he was 20 pounds heavier.
Wow. Let's see. Let's see. Bowler says, okay, let me see. Brandon House says Brian Norman Jr. is on FA undercard January 14 on ESPN. And that's I would love to see who that guy is gonna fight. He's gonna be somebody.
Did Brian Norman come to the PBC yet?
I don't know. That's got. We had to check that out.
Shit. I know he was on the same thing as Crawford and them, but I think he left their ass because they pushed this thing back.
Johnny Allison says this is Tyson Fury, man. What? He said, man, what? He said that guy's overrated. And Johnny says he had a few good fights, but I don't think he's the best. He said not even close, fam. And Elijah says he said David Avenesian 29-3, 1 draw. Hits hard. Yeah, he do. And he said, hey, Buster Douglas still beat Tyson, right? And he says miracles can't happen. He says Bud needs to get the fuck out of here, right? What is that? What did I say? What did I say? GK. What's that mean? GKTFO.
Get the fuck out of here.
Okay, that's what I thought. And
I think he was saying get knocked the fuck out.
Okay, that's what I was saying. Who's real? Well, thank you for that $2 super chat, my brother. He says peace, like channel, panel, and chat 100 peace. And Alex Shrill Jones says Bivol's a different animal, though. He said he really underrated before Canelo. See that, and that's one of them sleeper fighters where he looks weird on the outside. He just look like an average dude, but what
You
he's doing, he's got more skills. You know what I'm saying? He
I
got
called it. I told you he was gonna beat the shit out of Canelo. I seen when he beat damn Joe Smith. I
Yeah.
knew that shit.
He got them good. That Bill and Errol Spence, you got the good fundamental. I guess folk want to see you go wild and go crazy, do some
Yeah.
spectacular, you know what I'm saying, cartoon shit, and
Hey, hey, y'all know that boy Harold Calderon. He calling out Bruce Ennis right now.
That'd be a good
yeah. I
fight.
heard I heard that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, you know Harold Calderon. He 27-0 with 18 knockouts.
That'd be a real good fight.
That shit. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that. Yeah. You talking about somebody with some
I want
power?
to see somebody give Boots some funk though, man.
But see, he ranked number 11 in the WBA right now. He's a welterweight and super welterweight, but he said he wants that boot smoke right now. He's 27-18. But I'm pissed off though, because Boots and them don't want that Rashidi Ellis fight now. See, at first they wanted that Rashidi Ellis fight when he ain't have no tune-ups and everything, but now Rashidi Ellis trying to make that fight, and now they talking about they not trying to go backwards now. Like
Hey,
now
but
they
then
don't
Rashidi,
now
I
they
ain't mean
don't
to cut
want to
you off,
fight.
but did he beat him in the amateurs though? Rashidi Ellis beat Ennis in the amateurs, right?
Yeah. But now they don't want that Rashidi Ellis fight because they talk about they not trying to go backwards. They trying to fight only the top guys. But you was ready to fight Rashidi Ellis when he didn't have no tune-up. That's the shit that pissed me
Exactly.
off. Like, nigga ain't fought for over 2.5 years. You gotta let that man get his damn acclimated back. But now they talking about they not trying to go backwards. But also, you ain't got no fight right now, Boots. And the dude that they was talking about you fighting was 5-0. What's a 5-0 fighter got that Rashidi Ellis ain't got or Harold Calderon ain't got? Now I feel like those are two fights that Boots can make because he's not gonna get the top 5 people right now because Stanionis and Ortiz is involved. Thurman is sitting there with Errol Spence and with Earl and Crawford and Thurman. They all locked in together. Ugas is coming back, but shit, that right there, that's everything. You the last man out. So you're gonna have to take somebody in the top 10. You talking about not going back. You rank too high not to take somebody, and everybody else is tied up. So I say you take that Rashidi Ellis fight, because if you beat Rashidi Ellis, that's gonna be one of the strongest on the comp. That shit puts your shit above Terence Crawford right there. Because Terence Crawford ain't got no Rashidi Ellis on his thing. But if Rashidi Ellis beats Boots, then that puts him ahead of Crawford as well too, because that's a hell of a name to go on the resume. So see, they like Crawford and Spence because they need each other. Because they gonna be the Crawford and Spence of the division. So they need to go ahead and do what they got to do and see what it is. And if Boots ain't trying to fight Rashidi, then go ahead and scoop up that Harold Calderon, that 27-0 with 18 knockouts, and go ahead and take his O from him. Because he's talking big shit on Fight Hype on your ass, for real.
Well, that's rare to have somebody talk shit on Boots like that. Um, Brandon House says Brian Norman Jr. left BOK. Say he signed to Top Rank now. He said they announced it today on Top Rank on IG page.
He's a hell of
But
a fighter too.
oh yeah,
He can fight middleweight or 154.
Johnny Allison says better be a bit on what you guys think. He says a bit on. He says, oh, you talking about an age and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they older fighters and stuff, but shit, man, better be still holding his own. Now he's still beating ass, bro.
I think Bivol can beat Better Beef because he asked us a bit on what we think about the fight. I think Better Beef, like Drew Titan called him General Zod. Better Beef, he got good power, and his boxing skills are starting to elevate a little bit, so he's becoming more of a better boxer. But still, I think Bivol is the more all-around boxer. He reminds me of Spence, but Bivol, people don't realize he doesn't even sit down on his punches yet. I've seen where Bivol sit down his punches on some of his fights, but most of his fights, he's done learned he can just get the easy win just by outboxing. And see, people try to hit Bivol, and they don't know he got good footwork and good hand movement. And see, the way Bivol fights is kind of the way Usyk fight. And Usyk beat the shit out of Better BF in the amateurs right before they turned pro. Usyk was in there, and this was like 6 years ago. The way he beat down Better BF was ranked number 1. Usyk was ranked number 6. Usyk came in there, and this was the super heavies, and they came in there, and Usyk gave him a ass whooping. Like he had too much movement for him. He was like boxers that can move and they can stick the jab and stay away. They had a problem with Better BF. Just like Sir Marcus Brown was a problem with Better BF, but then he slowed down and he just didn't finish his plate. That boy started applying pressure, and pressure busts pipes. And Sir Marcus Brown, he lost his whole basement, got flooded. That pipe busted.
Mm-hmm. So let's see. He says Lucid Dreamer says Bud can retire. We don't care. He said he's a mega duck. And Schizopop says Boots versus Joey Spencer would be good. He said I see Boots winning. And Bowley says if Coldra isn't top 10, then it probably not gonna happen. And Eli Peters TV says Boots is kind of irritating how he only chases belts instead of fighting the best. And Javon 10, how you say that, 1007 says Ellis, Crawley, Rocha, or Cobbs.
Yeah.
And Bowley said, isn't Brian Norman at 140?
I thought he was 154.
Huh. I gotta check that out.
I thought
It's
Brian
like,
Newman was 154, 22-0 at 154.
let me see. He says, no, he says John Ellis says Boots versus Cobb would be popping. I think shit.
Man,
Yeah, so he
Cobb
would destroy.
touched.
Yeah, she would destroy Cobb ass, man. I mean, shit.
Alexis
If
pretty good.
Rocha destroyed him, you know what I'm saying? Shit, that was Alexis Rocha who just destroyed his ass, wasn't it?
Yep, Alexis Rocha was supposed to be the next Oscar De La Hoya until Rashidi Ellis beat him. And since Rashidi Ellis beat him, they put his ass on the shelf for 2 years because he upset the apple cart. See,
Yeah, Golden Boy, we on some bullshit.
Yeah, because Rocha was supposed to use Rashidi Ellis to jump him to superstardom. But Rashidi said, I'm not about to be no. He missed the plane. He didn't get the lay down plan.
You get the memo.
Yeah, he supposed to lose that. And Ellis was like, nope. And they put his ass on the shelf. Like, here, take this then, nigga.
Yeah, go sit your ass down. You can't beat our stars, nigga. Then we tell you to lay down.
And then you notice after they did that, Blair Cobb started trending real good. Like, they took Blair Cobb's fight away from him and put him in there with Rocha. Because they was like, okay, we got a chance. Who's Rocha about? So Blair Cobb's started trending real wide. And then they put Rocha in there with him. And Rocha popped him. And now Rocha's back trending again he was before. So they owe Blair Cobb because he
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's true. That's true. I'm saying. Let me see. So John Allison says, good scrap, I think. He says Cobb wanted the truth before the Richards fight. Before the Richard fight? He said, I think Cobb wanted the truth before the Richards fight. He says, guys look good still. No. I mean, we ain't talking about the same Cobb. He must be, that must be Cobb. He must be Cobb. That must be Cobb's first cousin or something.
Which Rich fight did Cobb fight?
Mm-hmm. You know what Allison told me? He said, oh, he's talking about Rocha. Yeah, I mean, you do realize he got beat the fuck up in that fight. He got stopped.
Got beat and before that, he was a nobody. So shit.
Mm-hmm. He said Bobo said Norm was definitely floating between. He said Norm was definitely floating between 140 and 147. He said, let's see Norm against top ranked 140s. Yeah, I think he's trying to probably get into because he see it's heating up down now. You know what I'm saying? So we trying to stay, you know what I'm saying, stay up in, where the action is and stuff. Hey, here the boy's a beast. I heard he touching up damn Bud ass over there, so that's why Bud moving funny. But yeah, but we're gonna leave it right there, y'all. I'm a little bit tired, you know what I'm saying? Still got this business to wrap up and stuff. So, what I'm saying? We'll come back, I'm saying probably tomorrow morning, same time, same place. I appreciate Inside Square Circle. Y'all subscribe to my brother and
Yeah,
Upper
Brian
Echelon.
Norman is Brian Norman is a welterweight, super welter.
hmm And y'all subscribe to my boys and Cavaringo, always a guest, always able to pop in, you know what I'm saying? And we'll
Appreciate it,
see you.
bro.
Yes, we'll see you guys in the next one, bro. So they go get me some more sleep. All right. Thanks up, you know what I'm saying? And y'all make sure y'all subscribe to my brother over there. You know what I'm
All
saying?
right,
Peace
bro.
out, y'all.
All right, peace, y'all.
Peace out. Oh.